basketball. That's right, it's back here in the Desert Valley. We have you dialed into NCAA Division I hoops here on your view as the Lopes take the court for the first time to tip off the 2017-18 season here at GCU Arena, hosting St. Francis Fighting Saints. I'm Kate Longworth. Well, a big sigh of relief because the wait is over. That's right. GCU Lopes are done with that transition period, and now it is official. They are NCAA tournament eligible. So you better believe they are getting their dancing shoes ready for some madness in March. But first, we have a lot of games to get through leading up to that. You can always feel the excitement here in the arena, but we're promised that this year it's going to be at a whole new level. And the talk on campus right now is about the Lopes being NCAA tournament eligible, and they're letting these players know what they are expecting of them come March.
The hype is something that's not real. I believe everything around here that's going on around GCU is as real as it can be. If you're here on campus, you hear people, fans, everybody coming up to you crazy. Let's go to the tournament, Sweet 16. Like I'm like, Sweet 16, like, you know what I mean? That's the first thing they come saying to me. I'm like, wow, like they're really into this. But that's the goal, you know what I mean? We want to be a Cinderella team. We want to shock a lot of people and make a big run.
It's a whole nother level of excitement. Just being that postseason eligible, being able to play in both the WAC and the NCAA tournament if we make it, just builds that tension a little bit more. It makes every day coming in grinding a little bit better because we're working for something a little bit bigger than we have in previous years. So all the guys are really excited. I am for sure. It's been 3 years of not playing in it, so this year's going to be a lot of fun.
All right, well, you heard Keontae say a Cinderella team, and you certainly think the shoe fits when you talk about this GCU Lopes team. For the past several years, they have been planning just for this moment, and so has our broadcast team. So let's bring in right now Barry Boutel and Scott Williams. Guys, baseball season ended last night, no World Series. Football, you don't need that till playoff time, so thank goodness college basketball is back. You guys ready?
Yeah, we already went 4-year transition. I think we're tournament eligible, right? Yeah, 4 years went by quickly. I'm ready to do it. Let's get this thing started against St. Francis. Lopes team coming in without the likes of Dwayne Russell. He's going to be sorely missed. Boy, zero the hero.
Yeah, certainly he will. He's at that speed and the position of the coaching staff on the floor for Coach Marley, but they got a good one in Casey Benson to take his place.
Let's take a look at the men's basketball schedule. Coming up, 9 straight at home. It begins the regular season against Florida A&M. And then Robert Morris, the big one coming up, the Valley of the Sun shootout as well against St. John's. But you got to sow your oats here on the home court to begin the season.
A lot of home cooking to start the season. Has been a good opportunity for this team to get their heads right. A lot of new guys, new pieces. This team is talented. We're playing a lot of different players on the floor, different combinations. Get a chance to gel and grow together.
It's an exhibition matchup here tonight against St. Francis from Joliet, Illinois. The Lopes will be without their preseason WAC Player of the Year, Josh Braun, in concussion protocol.
Josh Braun was absolutely fantastic last year, stroking the ball from beyond the arc. Set a record, GCU record, 3-pointers made in a basketball game, but he does a little bit of everything with such line. Like, he can go down on that low block, he can run the floor, he can play the defense. He's going to be sorely missed tonight, but he's going to be a big factor all season long.
17.5 points per game for Josh Braun. He'll sit this one out. And as I mentioned, Dwayne Russell graduating, playing professionally in France. Who do they plug in? How about the guy that graduated from Oregon, Casey Benson?
Oh, this kid has absolutely got a ton of experience. He doesn't have the speed Russell has, but he's crafty, shifty, can stroke it from the outside. And like Russell, he knows how to get a team organized.
Casey Benson coming in, the 6'3" guard, played 39 games a season ago. Final 4 appearance for the Ducks of Oregon. A couple of other new faces will be in the starting lineup. The big guys, the freshmen, Roberts Blumbergs, and also Alessandro Laver.
I'm looking forward to that. They added some size. One's got a good strut from the outside. The other one's got a little bit more beef and muscle around the basket. Looking to see what those big fellas can do.
Now the Lopes coming in. We'll have Casey Benson, Keontae Vernon, the big guys up front, and also Oscar Freyer in the starting five this evening against St. Francis. Now St. Francis comes in. Here's a Chicagoland Conference, Athletic Conference team. 18 victories a year ago. They're led by a 6'9" center, Ian Morrison.
Yeah, they had a good season last year, won the conference 2 years ago for 2 years in a row. Morrison can absolutely go. Do not sleep on this guy. 16 points a game, 6.5 rebounds, and almost four of those on the offensive end. He's got a good stroke when he shoots the basketball from the perimeter. Scored over 20 points 7 times last year. If you don't put a body on him, he will burn you on the glass.
Well, it's the opener, the exhibition opener for the Lopes against St. Francis. It's the first game of the 2017-18 season, and the Havocs, they are in mid-season form, because I cannot hear. We'll send it back over to Kate Longwood. Kate?
What? Did you say something? Obviously we can't hear because the players have taken the court and the excitement level here. We talked about it before, being impactful. It certainly is tonight. And guys, I want both of you to weigh in. What's it mean for this Lopes team now to be NCAA tournament eligible? Scott, from a player's perspective, and Barry, you're here on campus each and every day, not as a student, but you know. Let us know what it's like since the students got back here in the last couple months. Are you feeling it here?
Well, this whole campus has been abuzz for quite a few months. Ever since the conclusion of last season, everybody knew that that was the final year before this team was tournament eligible. There's a buzz already on campus. The women's soccer team with an opening tournament victory. They move on in the tournament and play tomorrow night right here at GCU Stadium. There's a great buzz, enthusiasm, expectations. Those are the things that everybody has to guard against.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to say that, this year now being eligible, GCU goes from the hunter to the hunted, the preseason #1.
Yeah.
They have to be able to handle that kind of responsibility every time that they step on the floor. They're going to get every team's best effort. They have to match that intensity right out of the locker room. I think Coach Marley's team will be ready for that.
All right, thanks, guys. And one thing they have on their side is, of course, Dan the Man. Coach Marley has had this team poised and ready for this moment for years now. And now it is here, and we will hear from the man of the hour on the other side. Our very own Barry sits down with Dan Marley, the Hall of Famer. We'll explain why.
Remembrance and reflection. Community and celebration, humbled with honor. Our veterans are the silent heroes whose courage and bravery give greater meaning to what it is to be an American. This is a time for reuniting with those who served beside you, for the faces you missed while away. This is a day to stand tall, united with pride. This Veterans Day and every day, Grand Canyon University honors our heroes and pays tribute to your heroism. Thank you for your service. Time. Never enough hours in the day, not enough days in the week. Early starts, late finishes. You always make time for work, for play, or just to be there. There's never been a better time to create a brighter future. Whatever it is that keeps you going, hold on to it. GCU's online degree program puts you first, so you can make the most of your time.
Our next telecast of GCU men's basketball will be Friday, November 10th, when the Florida A&M Rattlers visit the House of Havoc. The Lopes pregame show with Kate Longworth starts at 6:30 with tip-off shortly after at 7. Tune in all season long to Yearview Cox Channel 4 or online at gcu.tv for all the action. The Lopes pregame show continues as we lift the lid on the 2017-18 season alongside the head coach of the Lopes, Dan Marley. And Coach, you got to be excited. You finally are tournament eligible.
Yeah, we're ready to go. It's been a long 4 years and a quick 4 years, and we're excited about the opportunity we have this year. We've worked extremely hard. Our guys have been working, our coaching staff. We're expecting another great season, a great crowd, and tonight it starts it off.
It has been a busy few months for you and getting ready for this season, but last night you were pulled in a different direction.
the Scottsdale Plaza Resort and the Arizona Sports Hall of Fame.
Yeah, all I do is keep fooling them. So I fooled them this time, too. I was inducted to the Arizona Sports Hall of Fame, which is a great honor. You know, I've been here off and on since 1988, played with a great organization with the Suns and now with GCU, and fell in love with Phoenix and Arizona as soon as I got here, and was lucky it was reciprocal. This fan base and this Phoenix area and all of Arizona has really warmed up to me, and it's been quite a ride. So it was a great honor last night.
I love the one line I read in Paul Coro's column on GCULopes.com about you were mentioning about the fact that you haven't met one of the people that are one of the people that booed you on draft day. You still haven't met one.
Yeah, the biggest story is about how everybody booed when they draft me, and when I walk around town, everybody's like comes up to me and says, I just want to, I didn't boo. Well, there's got to be one of you out there, and I have not met him yet in almost 30 years. So
you silenced him pretty quickly.
Yeah, it was fun, man. It was a great ride.
Well, facilities, let's talk about updated. That's been a big change from the end of last season, and the brand new practice facility that is right next door.
Yeah, it's a special place. It's connected to the Jerry Colangelo Museum, which is awesome. But that practice facility is not only good for us and our players, but a great recruiting tool because guys come in and they see what we have here. We have our own facility, got a great weight room, lounges for the guys. So it's just a really good addition right next to this fantastic arena.
Speaking of additions, you get one from the University of Oregon and Casey Benson, and he was well received after a player like Dwayne Russell, who did so much for this university, graduated.
Yeah, well, we're going to really miss Dwayne. Dwayne was the heart and soul of this team for 3 years, and especially last year, he really put it together and had a terrific year. So we'll miss him. But Casey is a guy that won 3 state championships as a high school player, a big part of what Oregon's been able to do. Final Four last year, and he's going to have to kind of change his game a little bit from what he did at Oregon. And may take a little bit of time, but he's a very smart player, just a born competitor. All he does is win. So we're lucky to have him.
Let's begin to talk about a couple of other newcomers, new faces to your team. We begin with the bigs, Roberts, Blumbergs.
Love him. He's going to be really good. Roberts is a 6'10" stretch 4 from Latvia, can really stroke it. He's got to figure out that he's got to play really hard all the time, and I'm sure he's going to figure that out once we get into competition. But this kid could be really, really good, and at 6'10", he can stretch the floor.
And the other big, Alessandro Lever.
Same thing. Really love Ollie. Great touch. Plays a lot like Marc Gasol. Can really stroke it from the 3. Probably our best shooter right now, besides Josh. Scores inside, can really pass. Great work ethic, and can score around the basket and big. So those 2 freshmen, if they keep working, are going to be pretty good.
Well, you found a good one in Oscar Freyer coming back for his 2nd season. But his teammate at Moreau Catholic in Oakland is Damari Milstead. He's behind a couple of elder statesmen, but what do you see from the youngster?
Well, I like Damari. Damari's going to be really good. He's young, just turned 18 years old. He's smart. He's strong. We've been working on his shot. He's already done a great job of refining that jump shot. He can really defend, and he understands the game. So, as you said, it's going to take a while for him to maybe get a substantial playing time, but he's already moved up a few notches with me the way he's practiced. So I'm going to expect a lot out of him, if not this year, in the years to come.
I know Josh Braun was out for a little while. What's his status here for
I haven't seen Josh forever. I don't know. No, he's, he had a concussion and passed it, and then Fifi, being the genius he did, threw a ball off his forehead.
Oh, that was
so
good
he had to go back into the concussion protocol. So he's close. He'll be day-to-day. He won't play tonight. He hadn't played against Nevada. He didn't play in our scrimmage. Hasn't practiced for the last 2 weeks. So you can obviously understand that we really miss him because he's what kind of makes us go, and he can really shoot the basketball. And a lot of things we do offensively goes through Josh. So we just hope he gets back as soon as he can and is healthy all year.
All right, you got the Fighting Saints coming in from St. Francis, but what do you want to see from your team here?
I just want us to play as hard as we can. Defensively, I'm really looking for us to get out, play our defense, don't gamble. Do the things we practice, that and offensively and defensively. It comes, you practice all week and then you get into games, they tend to start doing what they want to do. I want us to stay really disciplined, play good hard defense, run our breaks, take good shots. I want to see us shoot the ball a little bit better, but just go out there and compete. We've always been a team that competes for 40 minutes, and we got to do that again tonight.
All right, Coach, good luck.
All right, thank you.
All right, head coach Dan Marley, our guest here with us. More of the Lopes pregame show continues here from GCU Arena. He's the heart and the soul of the campus. When we come back, Kate gets GCU President Brian Mueller's thoughts on Division I tournament eligibility and the hopes and prayers for the men's basketball season. We're back on the Lopes pregame show in just a moment.
I'm a junior at GCU, studying Christian studies with a minor in psychology. Really what made me fall in love with GCU was the ministry aspect that they have here. I love all of the different community service opportunities that there are here. Students are making a huge impact on the Valley just through painting the Valley purple. It really means a lot to people in Phoenix to hear that somebody's from GCU. It almost gives you like credentials because they know that you're a good kid and that you're gonna go far. I have the privilege of bringing 7th and 8th grade students onto campus every week. I get to present to them a college readiness program. It honestly makes a huge difference in so many of their lives. I also am part of a mentorship program, so I am a mentor for a girl here in Phoenix. I get to walk her through life just like people are walking me through life. I definitely think GCU is preparing me for my future and teaching students and being a difference maker in the lives of other people.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
Welcome back to Lopes Basketball. That's right. The Lopes are back in action here on Your View, and I am Kate Longworth, and I'm joined now by a very special guest, Brian Mueller, President and CEO of GCU, helping us get ready for this matchup against St. Francis. And I don't think we can say it enough tonight and probably throughout the season, but the wait is over. The transition period is done. What's it mean for the university as a whole and specifically this basketball program?
Well, it's tremendous. You know, it went a lot faster than we thought. Our teams all did so well that it wasn't like we're in a transition period. And so it went pretty fast. But it's here now, and the anticipation with our faculty and our students, our alumni, our games are all sold out this year, so the anticipation is huge.
And we always talk about how you can feel the excitement and the energy level here in this arena. Now there's over 3,000 Havocs, a packed house, and we're expecting that all season long, and now the addition of the Jerry Colangelo Museum. Just take me through what a game day atmosphere is like here on campus.
Well, crazy enough, the kids started camping out 2 days ago, so they were camping out on the lawn for an exhibition game. The line started about 4 o'clock this afternoon and stretched to the back of campus. And so this will be our first sellout. Every game is sold out for the year.
Wow.
But there's been incredible anticipation. The students are very excited. The expectations are high, but I think that the team is up for it.
Yeah, and also I know it's just an experience, whether your family coming down here, the students here. Take me through just what it's been like to honor Jerry Colangelo with the museum, and that's open till 8 p.m., so people have a chance to go through it each night that they're out here for a game.
Well, you know, for us to have Mr. Colangelo here is remarkable. He came about 6 years ago. He's been an incredible addition. He's on campus a couple days every single week. We were trying to figure out where all of his stuff was going to go. The gold medals and the Executive of the Year awards. And so we decided to put a museum together. It's right next to the arena. It's a beautiful, beautiful facility. It walks through Jerry's life beginning in Chicago. It's just a great attraction. So if you're coming to the games, come a little early and spend some time in this museum. It's a walk through the Phoenix, the city of Phoenix history. It's a walk through Arizona's history. And it's a great way to honor Jerry's legacy and what he's meant to the state of Arizona.
Yeah, if you're a sports fan, this is something you do not want to miss. And you mentioned, too, how this transition period's gone fast because of the level of competition we've seen from the Lopes throughout every sport. Let's talk specifically about women's soccer. I'm not just saying that because I'm a former soccer player, but they did lock that WAC tournament bid, and then now the school is hosting that tournament. They won their first game. What has this whole transition and being now living it meant to this program?
Well, it's great. It's just a great community builder. You know, last night was our first WAC tournament play. We were hosting the tournament. It was a 1-to-1 overtime game that we won 2-to-1 in overtime. So it was a great way to get this whole thing started. The students are excited. The soccer people in the community are excited. And so we're off and running now.
And if you can't make it out to a game, it's okay, because now GCU has you covered on the Fanatic 5080 AM. Take me through the new deal for the radio network.
Yeah, we're excited. 1580 is a new sports station. We like the guys on that station, and what their vision for it is, all our games will be covered there. But we're also going to be on TV every night. Right. So you can catch us either on the radio or on TV. And you can call the box office. The tickets will come available when people can't make it. So call the box office if you're interested in coming.
So if you're driving to the game, we got you covered leading up to it. We've got you covered if you're at home on the couch. And of course, we want to see you out here at a game. And it's because it's competitive basketball we're talking about. Not just these exhibition games where Lopes are going to go out there and showcase what they've got. But let's talk about this WAC conference, especially with the addition of Cal State Baptist. Where is the competition level when you are looking at the
People don't know, but we made the biggest leap as a conference from one year to the next last year that's ever been made. Cal State Bakersfield went to the finals of the NIT. New Mexico State is always good in a potential top 25 program. Utah Valley State has got an NBA guy that's the coach there now. They've had a tremendous recruiting year. And then, of course, we had an incredible recruiting year. The two 6'10" freshmen that you'll see tonight, one from Latvia, one from Italy, are big-time players. We've never had size here. Now we've got size. Casey Benson is back to Arizona. He played for Oregon last year. He'll be our point guard. So this is going to be an exciting season in Western Athletic Conference basketball. And I think that our conference will move forward again this year and surprise a lot of people.
And it all starts right now. That's right, Lopes basketball is back. Thank you so much, Brian Mueller, for joining us here. We could really talk to him all night long because it is so exciting that now the Lopes are NCAA tournament eligible. But what's more exciting than talking about the Lopes? Well, watching them play. We are counting you down to tip-off. And next, Paul Coro joins our team throughout the season. We're going to talk to him about Hall of Famer Dan Marley. You heard me right. We'll explain right after this.
Hey you! Are you ready? Grab your pack, grab your tent, grab your gear. Jump in. We're going on an adventure. Here in Arizona, there's so much to see, so much to do, so much to experience. When I started my degree program at Grand Canyon University, I knew I was embarking on a journey. I never expected it to be such an adventure. Offering over 200 academic programs with a Christian worldview and nestled in the heart of Phoenix, you're never more than a few short hours from something worth remembering. At GCU, adventure is never too far away. Study hard, play hard, never stop moving. What are you waiting for? Come earn your degree in fewer than 4 years while exploring everything Arizona has to offer. So, you ready? Find your purpose in Arizona. Find your purpose at GCU. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu/AZ roadtrip.
Welcome back to Your View, where we are counting you down to tip-off for Lopes basketball. That's right, we are still minutes away from tip-off, but that is how the arena looks right now. This is a live look, what's going on right behind us. It's the Purple Pregame Party, and we are excited to welcome the newest member of our broadcast. We're calling this Coro's Corner. Paul, do you like that? Coro's Corner?
Yeah, it works. It sounds like a neighborhood store.
Yeah. You can also get refreshments here. Paul will be passing. No, maybe not. But he will be handing out all the information you need as the Lopes Insider. And Paul, you're obviously a mainstay here in Phoenix. Any sports fan knows your work over the past couple decades. But now you're dedicated to GCU sports, and I know you'll be traveling with the basketball team. So let's dive in right away. What are you expecting from this Lopes team heading forward?
I think it's an exciting season. I think everything's been set up for this season, not only because of the D1 eligibility, but because this is Josh Braun's senior year. Casey Benson comes in to take over the point guard void left by Dwayne Russell. Two 6'10" freshmen who we're going to get to see start together tonight are here on campus to give them a bigger look. Now depth is there for this team to compete at that higher level.
And you know Dan Marley very well, dating back to days you were covering the Suns. He was playing for them. So just take me through what he means to this program and how he's been able to be so successful in his basketball career as a player and now transitioning into a collegiate coach.
We're talking about Dan, right? I've been trying. The habits are louder than us.
It's true. There's 3,000 of them. They can be overpowering.
As far as Dan Marley, I've never seen him work harder than in this job, and that's saying a lot for what a hard-working player he was. And he did the job as a broadcaster. He did the job as assistant coach. But here, he is totally vested in this program. Every nuance of it, from the planning to how he cares about the players to his passion for it. You know, last night when he was inducted in the Arizona Sports Hall of Fame, he talked about how he's an emotional guy. And everything he does is emotional. That includes being a coach of this team.
Yeah, and we've seen those emotions throughout the season. You've seen these Lopes basketball games here on Your View. You'll be seeing that. And also, if you can't make it out to the game, we want you to tune in, but you can also log on and see all your work. Take us through where we can find your work, your social media, and what you've been working on lately.
Social media, you're talking about ours?
And your articles.
Oh yeah, GCULopes.com. We try to do a lot of different things. Obviously, all the basics are available there, schedules, rosters, but what I'm trying to do is do a lot of features on players, cover some of the big games, give full court coverage on this basketball team. I'll be on the road with them all year. We do a lot of videos, GCU TV, YouTube, on the channel, but GCULopes.com is, like even today, we're posting something about the soccer team winning a historic game last night.
Awesome.
That's the kind of stuff, and features about players off the court too.
That's great. Well, we look forward to seeing your work and having you all along. And there's only a hand can fit between us, and that is how hard it is for Paul and I to hear ourselves talk right now. It is happening here at GCU Arena, and we will keep the party going right after this here on Your View.
GCU offers more than 200 innovative programs across 9 colleges, which now include cutting-edge next-generation programs in engineering, computer science, and information technology. Grand Canyon University, the quality of a private Christian education, the affordability of a state university. Visit gcu.edu.
Hello, Phoenix. This is Jerry Colangelo from Grand Canyon University. You can join the GCU community by enrolling as an evening student at our beautiful campus in the heart of Phoenix. Earn your bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree to take your career to the next level. Engage with industry expert instructors and get the support you need to excel. I look forward to seeing you on campus.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon.
Outside looking in, GCU is now tournament eligible. That transition period is over, and their opponents are taking recognition. 2017-18 preseason coaches poll lines up like this: GCU at the top, followed by New Mexico State, Cal State, Bakersfield, Utah Valley, Seattle U, Chicago State rounding out the top 8. GCU no longer the hunter, they are the huntsy out there. And taking a look at other preseason polls, how about the all-WAC team? First team, Josh Braun, obviously here at GCU. We call him the Bear, and he's getting recognition throughout the conference as he lands himself on this list among some good talent from New Mexico State and CSU Bakersfield. Also getting mentioned on the second team, the media poll was the new player, Casey Benson. Well, we have all that and more. You get to see these players in action. The wait is over. The Purple Pregame Party is just getting up because it will be a party all night here on Your View. Lopes basketball, they're back, and we'll be back right after this with all the action.
Our company is Comfortpedic Inc. We're a local mattress company here. It's a small family business that my dad started. Now we are providing the dorm mattresses to the most recent dorms here at GCU. One of my professors, he was a professor for my junior year, Paul Waterman. He was the one that started everything. Without him, this wouldn't have been possible. I came up with a short presentation, a very quick business pitch. I presented Dr. Gibb with my company history, and he loved it. So first we started with the hotel mattresses. Brett Courtwhite was very helpful, and everything ran smoothly. From there, we began with the dorm mattresses. We asked them what exactly they were looking for in a dorm mattress, and that's when we started to come up with a prototype. We brought in one of the mattresses that GCU currently has. We opened it up. We saw where they needed improvement and what we could do best to like maximize a better prototype. And we came up with the mattresses that we have now, and after that everything ran pretty smoothly, thankfully. You can see the community thriving along with GCU, and just the fact that GCU was willing to buy locally from a company that's only 10 minutes away, you can tell that they really want the community to grow with them. I'm very proud to say I'm a Lope, and I tell it to everyone, like, go to GCU, Lopes up. I'm very, very proud.
It marks the beginning of a tournament-eligible season for the Lopes. And tonight, they play host to the Fighting Saints from St. Francis. The longtime, three-time NBA champ Scott Williams, I'm Grady Tells. Kate Longworth will be along in just a moment. Well, here we go, lifting the lid on the 2017-18 season with this exhibition matchup. And boy, oh boy, this crowd is in mid-season form.
The Havocs have really brought it tonight. I can't believe how loud this place is.
Well, let's get right to it. Josh Braun, preseason WAC Player of the Year, will not play tonight. He is in concussion protocol.
Yeah, they'll miss him a little bit out there. Give some other guys some opportunities to store up, step up and score. I like Josh Braun on this team. He does a little bit of everything. Knocks down the outside shot, can post up smaller defenders. Really knows how to get everybody involved when he's out on the floor. 17.5 points per game for the Anthem, Arizona native Josh Braun. He'll be in action when the regular season gets started. Who steps in for Dwayne Russell? It's going to be a tall task. But how about a guy that was in the Final Four last year, Casey Benson? You're looking for Casey Benson to have a lot of experience, provide that fifth-year senior leadership, be an extension of Dan Marley out on the basketball floor, getting guys involved. But look for him to be a little bit more offensive-minded. Will he be able to score like Russell? I doubt it, but he will be able to knock down an outside shot with a consistent basis.
39 games last season for Oregon. Casey Benson joining this team as a grad student. Well, we'll see some freshmen, the big men, Roberts Blumsburg, and also Alessandro Laver in the lineup tonight.
Yeah, those guys have some a little bit more beef, a little more muscle, a little more size out there, be able to crash the glass, and also can knock down the outside side.
Well, St. Francis, the Fighting Saints, an NAIA school from Joliet, Illinois. They won 18 games a year ago. They're led by a 6'9", 235 center by the name of Ian Morrison.
Yeah, I had a chance to talk to the big fella beforehand, and this kid can really go. 20 points 7 times last year, gets on the glass, offensive rebounds, does a little bit of everything out there on the floor, provides a lot of strength inside.
Definitely a game to get the jitters out for the freshmen to experience this for the very first time before it all gets started in the regular season.
Yeah, that's right. Get some of that preseason rust off, a little of the open night jitters. Go out and relax, have some fun, play hard.
All right, let's get this game started. Let's send it over to the public address announcer, Paul DeNuser, with our prayer and our national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the beautiful Grand Canyon University Arena and tonight's men's basketball matchup between the Fighting Saints of the University of St. Francis and your Grand Canyon University Antelopes. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you all please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your caps as we begin this evening's competition with the word of prayer. Tonight's prayer is led by the Dean of Students and Campus Pastor, Dr. Tim Griffin.
Would you join me in prayer, please? Our God and Heavenly Father, we pause for this moment to acknowledge you and to say thank you for your grace, your mercy, and your peace. Thank you for the forgiveness that we find in Jesus. We pray that he would be honored in this place tonight. God, we look forward to this season. We thank you for this first game, this first home game. We pray your blessings on our players as they compete this entire year. We ask you to be honored in this place throughout this season, for we ask it in Jesus' name, and for his sake we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Dr. Griffin. Fans, please remain standing as now we honor America with the playing of the national anthem. The Star-Spangled Banner will be performed this evening by our very own Thundering Herd Pep Band under the direction of Paul Cook.
Great job by Pastor Dr. Tim Griffin with our prayer and the Thundering Herd Pep Band with our national anthem. St. Francis, the Fighting Saints, coming in after a record of 18-13 overall last season in the Chicagoland Collegiate Athletic Conference. Our head coach, Ryan Marks, in his 5th season. Here is Ryan Marks' starting 5. Pietro Badalassi, Ian Morrison, Terrion Howard, Antonio Hughes, and Jordan Thornton.
Yeah, we're going to be watching number 3, Jordan Thornton. He got his first career start against UIC Chicago, put up 20 points. He averaged 8 points a game a year ago. And one of their assistant coaches I had a chance to talk to before the basketball game says he will be their second leading scorer this year.
5-8 on the road, 12-9 in the conference last year. Time now to introduce you to GCU. Coach Dan Marley, starting 5. Casey Benson, Oscar Freyer, Alessandro Leber, Robert Blumsberg, and Keontae Perkins.
I am really looking forward to seeing what number 11 Casey Benson can do in a GCE uniform. Coming down here, gets to Tempe, didn't have numbers that he would have wanted a year ago as he hadn't get as much playing time as he wanted in Oregon last year, but he can really stroke it from the outside. He's very crafty and heady. He pulls a lot of people with that left hand approach to getting inside the lane, draw an addition, and he can stroke it from outside the arc.
The Lopes were 22-9 a season ago, 11-3 in the Western Athletic Conference, and 15-3 here on their home court. Head coach Dan Marley in his 5th season, 76-46 overall. The associate head coach Todd Lee. The assistants are Chris Trebolone and TJ Benson. The director of basketball operations is Luke Dallariva. The special assistant to the head coach is Brendan Sabian. And the graduate assistant is Johnny Hill. For these freshmen, their first exposure to the atmosphere here at GCU. Scott, your 3 keys to tonight's game.
Well, I didn't really take a portion of tonight's game. I wanted to talk specifically kind of the opener, the warm-up, the exhibition, more approach to the season. So we are family. You remember that one by Sister Sledge, don't you, Barry? How quickly can this new team gel together? And then ain't no half-stepping. Another one by Big Daddy King. I'm sure you remember from about 30 years ago.
Yep.
I mean, who's game ready is ready to go to the next step? Which one of these guys, Oscar Frere, Fifi Adu, can raise their game up? Which freshman will become a steady contributor for Coach Marley? And then Marley's magic elixir. To the student, the faculty, the alumni, me and you, we've all been marching to Lieutenant Dan's beat, drinking his Kool-Aid for 4 years now. They are now tournament eligible. This is time for them to come out with these 9 straight home games and show what they're really made of. It's time to put up or shut up.
Dan Marley, last night inducted into the Arizona Sports Hall of Fame. Congratulations.
What an honor.
This crowd will remain on its feet until the opening bucket by the GCU Lopes. Oscar Frere. Blumberg. Laver, Keontae Vernon, and Casey Benson on the court. Referees are Sean Lehan, Glenn Mayberry, and Ruben Ramos. Laver for Casey Benson. Benson to his right, off the wing, takes it back from Frere. Frere up high. Oh, they were looking for something there early, didn't find it. Inside, Laver turns to the bucket, loses the handle. Get those freshman jitters out.
Yeah, he did a nice job down there. It was good. One dribble middle, come back to that right shoulder, turn to the baseline, but he brought the ball down. Had he kept that ball on his chest with 2 hands, it probably doesn't get stripped off his leg.
Terry and Howard, 5'4" guard from Champaign, Illinois. Morrison trying to back in. Leaves it there for Thornton, popping. In and out. Rebound pulled down by Morrison. Off the glass, not home. Loose ball. Coming up with it, the Fighting Saints. But Laver knocked it away from Hughes. Up high, Keontae Vernon up off the glass. Doesn't go, but it draws the foul.
Yeah, you got to keep Morrison off the glass. GCU dodged the bullet there, but how about my man Keontae Vernon using his wheels in transition? And look at this one again by Lavers. He comes over there, says you shall not pass, knocks it away. And Casey Benson already with a couple long passes over the defense, and I love that one. Keontae Vernon sprinting right down the middle.
Vernon, who struggled somewhat last year, 54% free throw shooter a year ago. Misses on the front end.
Tuckerman has to improve this year. It's big and strong as Vernon is. He's going to find himself at the line even more this year.
Let's take the lead. The crowd can take a seat. Howard back out. Thornton to his left. Hughes driving baseline, goes up high, fouled to travel.
Took a bunny step along the baseline. Vernon and Blumberg's really got a nice job putting the trap on him. He sprinted towards the baseline, but the length of Keontae Vernon caused him to take a couple extra steps.
Benson takes it from Laver. Benson on the run to his right. Frere just inside the arc. Nothing but net.
I like that up-tempo pace. Kick it to the right wing, no hesitation. Oscar Frere starting off with a freshman left off last year, knocking down the outside shot, not being able to afraid of the big moment, making the shot, making it.
You give him a 3 on that? Frere with the steal. Look out, wheels up. Oh, it doesn't go. Benson hit from behind. No whistle.
Goodness. I think the referee might have been out of position on that one. It happened so fast. Benson did a nice job coming back. But how about Casey Benson? Great court vision, sees his guy Oscar Frere on that right lane, put the ball right on the numbers. Yeah, like to catch a pass and you can catch and shoot. Now those guys are trying to hit you on top of your shoelaces.
Howard back out front. Benson on him to his right. Thornton way off the mark. Vernon with the rebound. Up for Benson. Benson up high. Off the glass and in. Alessandro Laver with his first bucket.
Okay, Casey Benson has got a little quarterback in. Yeah. He likes those 60-foot passes to his bigs running down the middle.
Howard. Antonio Hughes from San Francisco. Bounce pass. Elastic. Rebound pulled down by Blumberg.
I think Blumberg might have got a fingertip on that shot. He came from the weak side, really challenged that attempt.
Back out. Laver, Frayer, Benson.
Nice job by Benson, recognizing they didn't have the break, come back up and set up the offense. Little horns high set.
Laver, long distance, nothing but net, but bam! The big guy with some range.
Yeah, I've been watching these kids in practice, Lavers and Blumberg. They are not afraid to step out on the perimeter and knock down the long ball.
Thornton harassed by Frayer. Back to Howard. Lassie trying to drive in on Vernon. Pulled down by Laver, could have been a travel. Up high, Vernon! What a feed! Oh! Hello.
Casey Benson again, finding one of the bigs, running down, streaking down the middle of the floor. Great job by Vernon, putting those big paws on that basketball, securing it in traffic, and then kind of creative with that reverse layup there. Cool little English off the glass, and it's spun in for him. GCU off to a nice 11-0 start. Look at this one more time. Just little horns high set, bringing off the side, little pick and pop. Laver steps out behind the arc and knocks it down. And then I love this one by Casey Benson. Look at those hands by Keontae Vernon, snatching it down and laying it with a reverse action. Casey Benson loves it.
4 assists for Benson.
Yeah, GCU bench is into this one too. Matty Jackson, Kerwin Smith, all those guys. That's what kind of starts you need. You know, those guys have the ability to be out on this floor playing too, but they're out there cheering on their mates early on.
Amazing. 4 years ago, the lack of depth in the building of the program, and you look down that bench now, Dan Marley and the coaching staff have to feel really good.
Yeah, they got a good problem to have. I mean, they can go a solid 9, 10 guys in their rotation, keep players fresh. And he'll just play by whoever's got the hot hand that night, whoever's giving them the hustle and the muscle.
Looking for their first bucket. Howard from the arc. Not there. Benson, he wants something.
Now the three-point shooter. That's going to be 3 shots for Casey Benson. He did a nice job. He said, I got to give dishing these balls out. I'm going to come down here and stroke one myself. And they hit him on the elbow. He's going to go to the line and shoot 3.
Caught him in the knee there a little bit. It should be all right. Benson 77 from the free throw line, 77% with Oregon a year ago. Lefty stroke. Got another one. Foul beyond the arc.
I just like watching pure shooters when they go to the line. Really get an idea of what they're trying to do. I mean, this is a great way for Casey Benson now to, be in game action with a little bit of heavy breath, having to calm down the nerves and adrenaline, and he knocks down all 3.
14-zip early lead, Lopes over St. Francis. Witt inside, Morrison bounce pass, Witt drops it in, nice move.
That was very impressive out of the timeout there. A little give and go, little backdoor cut to the basket. Someone fell asleep. Ball watching, didn't see the man cut to the hoop.
Benson loses the handle, diving on the court. Possession arrow goes to St. Francis as they get a little bit of momentum here.
Yeah, it's not unusual in the first time out to see a couple extra turnovers than what they would generally get. This GCU team may have 8 or 9 or 10 turnovers here in this first half.
Let's send it over to Kate Longworth.
All right, thank you guys. I'm joined now by Emily Stevens and Jackie Janum-Cook, who are coaches. I was called you guys captains. I was putting you back in college. The GCU cheer and dance teams, and they are the directors board, and it's another season of GCU basketball tipping off here at the arena. But you guys have already been in full force. Take me through some of the activities and events you guys have been at.
Yeah, we've been started since August. We come back for our season, and we just hit the ground running right away. We had to camp in the middle of August, which is a competition for us. We're preparing for weeks, double practices. So, and then we come back. We're doing stuff during Welcome Week. So by the time we're into the
So both cheer and dance really just are full-time commitments.
Yes, they really are. Our students are really busy. They have gotten really good at scheduling out their lives and like balancing school and life and social life and practice and workouts and games and activities. So it really is kind of a life lesson they're learning on how to balance like all the parts of their life. That I think they do it because they love it. We love it. Yeah.
True athletes for sure. And then you guys, we've talked, we can feel the excitement here, but what's it like specifically for your team now, gearing up now that the athletic teams are NCAA eligible?
I mean, obviously that's the next step for us. And this year at Nationals, we're feeling that pressure. We're ready for it, though. You know, we're going up against, bigger and better, more elite teams, and they've been competing Division I for years. And we have to go in and be at that caliber in our first year. There's no kind of wiggle room for us. And so it's a lot of pressure, but it's welcome. We're excited.
You guys have been doing well so far in the competition. Jackie, real quick, just take me through. Finished top 15 in open hip hop, 8th in open jazz. How proud of you?
So proud. So exciting. I love how hard they work.
All right, well, keep it up, ladies, and thanks so much for joining us. Guys, let's go back to you now for more action.
Thank you. Yeah, they put in a ton of hard work. Cheer and dance here at GCU. They're definitely making the transition just like the athletic program. The teams, they're part of the athletic program. No hesitation there. They work out and they look fantastic early on. Long distance doesn't connect for Blumbergs. Goes out of bounds. St. Francis to inbound. Presently 80% shooting for the Lopes, 12% for St. Francis.
Yeah, interesting play. Coach Marley running that offensive set there for the freshman coming out of the timeout, showing a lot of confidence in the big fella's range.
Howard to his left. Look to his right for Goulet. He's covered up, back out. Howard loses the handle, gathers it back in. 11 on the shot clock. Bounce pass. Goulet trying to thread the needle up high, not there. Rebound Benson.
Yeah, Morrison there in that double team, forcing the action between both Vernon and Labors.
Martin and Adil about to check back in. Long three. Hello. Alessandro Labors.
Yeah, Ollie having a nice time out there behind the arc. Really feeling well in rhythm. Knocking down his second triple of the first half here.
Thornton bounce pass. Terry and Howard. With turnaround up over Vernon, in and out. Benson harassed. Stopping, leaves it there. Popping is Roberts Blumbergs.
Well, these two freshmen could not have had a better start to a first half than what they've shown early on. Doing it on the defensive end, blocking shots, guarding bigs underneath in the double teams. That time another backdoor. GCU's got the guarding against those backdoor cuts, but also knocking down the outside shots as well.
Howard with the bucket for the Fighting Saints. Blumbergs. Marked by Goulet. Laver for Benson. He wants three. But bam!
Well, a team that went 2 for 25 in their exhibition contest against Nevada Reno has come out here on fire from behind the arc tonight.
Wide open look. Hayden Witt not there.
We've seen teams come in here and struggle, and I think the Havocs have a big part in that.
Vernon puts it back up off the glass.
Casey Benson's making it look easy. He is spoon feeding the bigs underneath tonight.
7 assists for Casey Benson with 13:25 to go in the opening half. Jordan Thornton. Morrison back over to Terry and Howard. Howard up over Casey Benson. How about Terry and Howard? Listed at 5-4. Blumbergs inside. Vernon stopping, popping, too far. Pulled down by Frayer. Traffic underneath. Loose ball up over the top. Labor doesn't count.
Oh, they're going to get Labors over the back. I thought the big fella did a nice job moving people around there with his lower body. You don't normally see that call. If you use your hands, you can get that one. But see, he's already in decent little position right there. His hands are high. He just went out there and out-hustled Morrison for that ball coming off the glass.
Bolzano, Italy is the home of Alessandro Lever.
How about this? Coach Marley completely emptied his bench. He got 5 fresh bodies out there. We put 5 guys in off the pine all at once.
Up 25-7, Damari Milstead in the game. The freshman, former teammate at Moreau Catholic High School in Oakland, California, of Oscar Freire. He is guarding Gabe Harris.
Really looking to see what he can do. He's an aggressive defender. Must run the play without fouling. And then Fifi Adu out there on the floor as well. See, that's that reach. That's the reach we were talking about Amari. He wants to steal the basketball. And some sign that over-aggressive nature will have him pick up some silly fouls out on the perimeter when he can just stay solid because he's so good at moving his feet. Very few people will get by him.
Great to see number 5. Yikes. Number 5, Matt Jackson. How about that?
Yeah, I like to see Matt Jackson on the floor and Jared Martin. This guy's just he causes havoc on the defense. He got a 5-second call just by out there hustling out there and not allowing easy passes inside.
Kerwin Smith drops it in.
Well, we do the bigs. We're going to have some fun tonight because the St. Francis team outside of the 6'9" Morrison is diminutive, but this is ridiculous how easy they're getting shots from inside and out.
In and out for Red. Pulled down by Smith. Fifi Adu. This kid's playing with a lot of confidence. Martin back out over the top of Matt Jackson.
Yeah, that's just a little adrenaline there. Later in the game, that pass will be on its mark, but early on, you got that extra hype, a little extra pump. You whip it a little too high, a little too hard.
Gabe Harris, Madison, Illinois. By Milstead.
Wow. That is what I'm talking about with Mara. He did a nice job really staying in front and causing that extra step, forcing turnover.
Timeout on the floor. The Lopes up 27-7 here in this exhibition opener against the Fighting Saints from St. Francis. Keep it right here.
I'm Dewey, a student here at GCU studying communications. My dad graduated from GCU in 2009, and he is definitely bleeding purple. He loves GCU to the max. Me choosing to follow in his footsteps was the best idea I could have chosen. I absolutely love sports, playing them and watching them, and I could talk about them all day. GCU has made it possible for me to pursue my passion of becoming a sports broadcaster. The program they had here and the direction it could take me was exactly what I wanted and what I needed. Knowing that I could talk to a professor or a counselor about literally anything that has to do with my academia or even just my personal life was encouraging and exciting to know. The friends and the roommates that I've had in the last 3 years have made my quality of life 1,000 times better. I am a GCU Lope, and I will forever always be one.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
The GCU men's soccer team is looking to qualify for the WAC tournament in their first season of eligibility. They close out the regular season against the UNLV Rebels. They're currently in 3rd in the WAC. After an exciting overtime victory against Utah Valley last Sunday, the Lopes will be finishing off a 3-game homestand with hopes of landing in that top 6 spot to qualify for tournament play. Watch all the action this Saturday night, starting with the Lopes pregame show at 6:30 on Yearview Cox Channel 4. Online at gcu.tv. Toby Jones will be alongside, get along with myself from GCU Soccer Stadium. Where the Lopes men's soccer team have dominated on their home pitch this season. Could be a great matchup. Hope to see you at the stadium. Loose ball. Smith trying to keep it in. Out of bounds.
Kind of a wild pass there. I like that play. Kind of a misdirection to kind of get a high handoff with Colin Smith. He's got those pogo sticks for legs. But GCU dominated on the glass right now. 11-4 advantage for rebounds.
Harris to Hughes. Jackson's on him, looking to turn and loses the handle. Martin all over him, the defensive stalwart.
A lot of white jerseys around that basketball on the defensive end.
Amari Milstead back out. Martin open look for three. Bump bam! That's more like it.
Wow. GCU on fire from behind the arc. 6 of 7 in the early going.
Hughes. Harris. To his right. Goulet up high. Off the mark. Jackson finds the ladder.
That's that extra 15 pounds of muscle Matt Jackson's added. Gives him that extra ability to rebound in traffic.
How about that? I mean, you thought maybe he might not come back. 50 out. Smith up high, up and up with the left hand.
Okay, Smith has been impressing me in practice with his ability around the basket and throw that lefty hook. And good job getting on that glass, banging the glass. That's the first basket GCU's had where they haven't had an assist. Now 11 field goals and 10 assists. Take a look at this one more time. Fifi do, nice little crisscross dribble there, and then Kerwin Smith, man amongst boys down there, snatches that board and doesn't hesitate. Years past from that range, he might have looked to throw that ball back out, but now understanding, hey, 5 feet from the basket, I got to punish the defense for my hard work. Goes up with the lefty hook. 4 points and 2 rebounds for Kerwin Smith in only 3 minutes of action.
Nice to see. Gabe Harris. Antonio Hughes back out. Now Lassie to his left. To Harris. All over Goulet. Goulet looks to move to his right. Twist back right, up high and in.
Beautiful play that time. Spin move, going from left, turning it back to right. I never had that smooth spin move, Barry, but that was a thing of beauty right there. Give credit where credit is due. That was a hard-fought basket by St. Francis.
Riley Goulet from Cave Creek, Arizona. Milstead, off his foot, out of bounds.
Tried that little inside-out dribble, trying to set up that defender. He was going to break him down and charge to the basket. Unfortunately, just, you know, you talk about the St. Francis Fighting Saints being rattled. I think right now, Damari has got a little bit of those nerves and jitters playing in front of this 75, 100 people here tonight. We're going to sell out for an exhibition game.
Another 5 players at the scorer's table for the Lopes. Martin with the rebound up over Garrett Jackson. Martin stops just beyond the arc. Now to his right. Leaves it there. Fifi do. Damari Milstead. Lopes want to try and get Damari on the scoreboard, no doubt. Moves to his left. Sweet move. Tipped out of bounds. Belongs to the Lopes. Got 11 on the clock.
I love that little penetration and help side defense stepped up when he tried a chest pass. That's right where everybody's hands are. It's easy for the big guys to get those. You drop it one off the floor, big guys don't want to bend down to try to get that one. It comes right up to your target, and he's able to finish high and hard at the rim. He'll learn that one.
Starting 5 back in it. What is it? It's like Kentucky.
Yeah, waves of 5 about every 6 minutes. Coach Marley going to keep the pressure on the Fighting Saints with fresh bodies.
In the corner is Oscar Freyer, too hard. Pulled down by Burnett. Ooh, it's on the floor. Ooh, travel. Oh, it's interesting. Sean Leheim makes the call.
Yeah, I love that. Keontae Vernon amongst sandwich between 2 defenders went up and snatched that ball, but when he went to the floor, I think he moved his feet just enough to get the traveling ball.
Harris leaves for Goulet. Back out. Now Lassie. Hughes. Off of the foot. Now Blumbergs. Roberts Blumbergs from Latvia. Apparently graduate assistant Johnny Hill has given him the nickname Smooth.
Like that. Yeah, Smooth. There's a player out of North Carolina, played the pros for a while. Sam Perkins used to be called Smooth. Another 6'9", 6'10" player. Yeah, a good look at Smooth right there. Hey, you're gonna have a good nickname like Smooth. You better be able to do it all on the court and make yourself look good.
Yeah, he's high and tight. He looks real sharp. Bounce pass inside. Goulet not there. Loose ball. Sea of white. Deontay Burnett pushes back out. Labor. Frayer. He'll back up. Benson. Benson stopping, popping, and in. How about Casey Benson?
Casey Benson's out to a very strong start early on here. 8 points. He's got those 7 early assists. Called his own number a couple times. Coach Marley calls for that high pick by Vernon, a little pick and roll action.
8 points for Benson, perfect. 2 for 2 from the field, 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Riley Goulet, Cave Creek, Arizona.
They're coming home for a little welcome home party here, yeah. Maybe mom or dad put something on the grill last night.
Yeah.
She's feeling good out here. Stroking it from outside. Got 2 field goals here in the early going. Look at that muscle.
Short by Labor. Vernon call. Timeout on the floor with 7:14 to go. 34-12 the score. Early on, we've seen it from the bigs. How about Labor? Certainly looks like he is well adjusted early on here.
Yeah, I really like the way these bigs are kind of working together. When you're new to a team, you have to try to move in a symbiotic relationship with the other big, and they're doing a good job. Whether they're double teaming or they're moving and rotating the basketball, covering for each other, they're blocking shots. I love this one right here. Anytime the big runs the floor in transition, you got to reward him with the pass and knock down a couple shots from behind the arc. Doing a solid job on the offense and defensive boards as well.
Alessandro Labor, native of Italy. 8 points in the game, 3 rebounds, 2 for 2 from the arc. Back to the Raptors crowd for this exhibition opener at GCU Arena. Quite the sporting weekend coming up. The Western Athletic Conference Women's Soccer Tournament is underway at GCU Soccer Stadium. The Lopes with an opening round victory in overtime. And they move on tomorrow night. And soccer in action Saturday night against UNLV with postseason positioning on the line.
I got to get myself over to a GCU soccer game. I heard the new stadium's amazing.
Beautiful. Saturday night.
Yeah, I may have to go over there and check out some action.
Say hi to Kobe Jones.
I got into that Phoenix Rising soccer team. I hadn't been exposed to soccer much in my life. I kind of liked it.
Fantastic atmosphere at the stadium. Of course, the baseball stadium is also coming together nicely. Softball stadium, finishing touches there. All brand new facilities or renovated facilities.
Shaq Carr out here. He getting the first half action.
Turning around, Morrison had no place to go.
That's what I'm talking about with Blumbergs and Morrison, and Labors down there. They're just like a couple 6'10" walls. They're making it real tough for buckets inside against them. That'll be something that Coach Marley will be counting on once the real competition starts.
Jordan to Banalassi. Harassed by Blumberg. Left hand by Morrison, and it is in for the 6'9" senior.
Did a nice job establishing his position early. It was one of those plays where it could have been possibly a 3-second call had he hesitated any longer. Up high, a step right here!
OSCAR.
I'll tell you what,
Coach Marley has given these young freshmen the green light to stroke it from the outside and to throw the high handoff. I love this one right here. Hey, we know Oscar Frere's a high flyer, but you don't expect your 6'10" guy to spin on his heel and flip it up high for the Oscar Frere to go up there and jam it down. I mean, what a start here for the Lopes. Shooting 65% from the floor.
Thornton looks, finds Howard. Howard pulls down. Thornton to his left, driving on Frere. Up high and underneath, hits the bottom of the bucket. Later, to the right, Benson. Benson. Blumbergs, short. Pulled down by Banalassi. Pierce driving in the paint, twisting, turning.
Jack Carr steps in the driving lane there and takes the charge, gives up his body for his teammates. Love this one. That big fella's got to close out. Jack Carr outside the restricted zone. Gives up his body, takes it square in the chest. Nice job defensively there. Everybody working together.
Jack Carr sporting the 0.
Was Russell's old number, wasn't it?
Yeah. Up high, a little bit behind on the pass attempt.
Coach Marley's always had the high handoff in his playbook the start has, but I don't recall him doing it so much throughout the basketball game.
Morrison, easy one off the glass. Morrison with 4. Led his team last year with 16.1 points per game. Howard called.
Greg Morrison down here. I love this one right here because see, he just gets down there and punishes the smaller defender there, just puts him right up underneath the basket.
Blumbergs from the other side, short.
That could be conditioning. Yeah, that short was flat. It was all arms. Didn't engage his lower body whatsoever.
Morrison doesn't drop. Pulled down by Labor. Labor's got a little nasty going. We can see that.
A little sandpaper. Hard hat, lunch pail kind of a guy, but also he's got a soft touch.
He's backing in on Morrison.
That's going to be his second. He had a nice little half going here. Got himself 8 points on 3 or 4 shooting. We talked about the job on the glass. He's got 5 boards, a couple nice assists, but that's going to be his second foul. Coach Marley probably won't hesitate getting him some time on the bench here to finish his half.
Kerwin in for Labor. She makes that adjustment to the collegiate game. Hughes. Banalassi. Looking. Driving, pulling back, trying to get over the top. And a little
I think Blumberg's got a piece of that one too. Now look at him sprint the floor. Going down there, establishing that low position early.
Yep. Carr, bounce pass. Oh, looked up before he caught it.
You nailed it. Took his eye off the ball because he wanted to go up there and finish that basket. Ball high and hard around the rim and went underneath out of his hand. But yeah, we expected some of that early in this basketball game. I think that's GCU's 6th turnover now tonight. Excuse me, I take that back. I want to get my vision. It's 8 turnovers here in the first half. Thank you, Jared.
It's good thing Jared and Beth are here all season long, or we'd be in so much trouble.
Yeah, they keep me straight over here.
Jared Martin in the game for Blumberg.
I love these little stat monitors that we have here courtside. That's a nice addition.
On.
Yeah, I sometimes have to go to the cheaters.
I've been finding myself leaning on cheaters recently. It's quite depressing. Howard, short, trying to go over Carr.
Arian Howard's having a tough time with the length of these GCU guards, whether it's Casey Benson hounding him, Jack Carr, Kapari. Everybody's out there. You know, when you're 5'4", it's tough to get a shot on.
Oh, Martin just put the wall up, and poor Terry Howard is face planted in his belly. Benson just inside. Oh!
Did you guys see that? Oscar Freyer.
Oscar Freyer parachuting down from the upper levels of this arena. Got that one with that big right paw and put it through.
Relay inside, Morrison. Swarmed by Benson and Smith. Finds Badalassi. Not there. Freyer. Benson. Martin. Ooh, picked off by Morrison.
A little too unselfish that time by my favorite Martin. That's the one I'd like to see him put his head down to the heart to the hoop.
Long-range three attempt by Thornton. Short. Benson moving to his right. Driving to the basket. Loses a handle, and Morrison's going to pick it up. A little sloppy.
Yeah, get a little sloppy out here. I think get a little tired, a little bit fatigue setting in, and a little too much unselfishness. Saw it once by Martin, that time by Benson, trying to hit Kerwin Smith with a little bunny bounce pass underneath.
Delay. Howard, Morrison. Howard pulls back. Hits the three. How about Tyrion Howard, the Muggsy Bogues of the United States?
Yeah, he put a little bit of a step at Shaq Carr, which caused Shaq to back up and cleared enough space for him to get that ball up in the air.
Martin driving, goes up high, off the glass. Smith trying to pull it down. And fall. Timeout on the floor, 2:25 on the clock, opening half. Lopes in control, 38-19 in this opener at GCU Arena on Your View, Arizona.
GCU is the university that never sleeps, moving at the speed of light, so we can give our students the competitive edge they need to succeed. And now, GCU is leading in the areas of computer science and IT. We prepare students to meet the demands of the fastest growing industry through our innovative IT programs in our College of Science, Engineering, and Technology. Using the latest real-world tools and an adaptive curriculum, GCU gives students the education they need today to excel in their careers tomorrow. Join the most inventive concept in education right now and position yourself for a future in the expanding world of IT. GCU offers fast-track options with courses in cybersecurity, cloud computing, systems architecture, and business analytics. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu/IT.
No longer on the outside looking in. That's right. GCU is now tournament eligible come March for the NCAA tournament. And, well, they seem to be the ones poised, at least that's what their competition thinks, to take it all. That's right. This is the 2017-18 preseason coaches poll. And sitting at the top are the Lopes. And underneath them, New Mexico State, Bakersfield, Utah Valley. It's a competitive bunch for sure. Chicago State rounding out the top 8. And Scott, just from a player's perspective, now, for the past couple of years, we've watched the Lopes trying to catch up with the likes of New Mexico State and Bakersfield. What's it like now when you are at the top and want to stay there?
Yeah, I was preseason #1 in North Carolina. Of course, those Bulls teams were always favored to win the world championship. So it's a mentality that you have to have when you step out on the floor, that you are going to go out there and improve and leave no doubt in anybody's mind that you're the best team on the floor, because you're going to get the best from every opponent you face.
How about Jared Martin? Swatted it away. Far, Kerwin Smith, DPAD inside, Martin backing in. Left hand, wings out, Goulet, up for Thornton.
But I like Martin going down there and forcing the defense to make a good play without fouling. We'll get more and more of those opportunities as the season unfolds.
Howard Martin picked it off.
No surprise there. Martin probably the best defender in the white jersey out there on the floor right now.
Shaq Carr trying to kind of lost control of his body there for a while, and poor Tyrion Howard gets called.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes when you're just the aggressive player, you get the benefit of the whistle. Is exactly what happened. Howard got the short end of the stick. Is that pun? Does that pun work for him?
Be careful. Third personal on Darian. Isaiah Williams in the game. Carr's out baseline and just gets stood up by Isaiah Williams.
Now that time, Carr definitely got fouled. So once you pick on somebody your own size, Williams comes over there and knocks Carr to the floor. Now he's got to go to the line and show the ability to knock down free throws.
Williams, a junior from Joliet, Illinois, where St. Francis is located.
Have you ever been to Joliet?
No, I haven't. You haven't been there?
I've never been to Joliet. No, all those years in the Chicagoland area, I've never made it over there.
No.
Point lead now for GCU. This is something that they did really good a year ago. Finishing halves, going into the locker room with the momentum.
How about the hustle by Kerwin Smith? Missed by Carr. Ooh, Martin wasn't looking. Thankfully, Fifi Adu is there. All right, calm down. We're sloppy right now. Jackson's got an open look.
Goes strong with that first shot attempt from length from Matt Jackson.
Harris to Hughes, left hand, and it drops.
That's a nice move by Hughes that time, and a nice little soft feather finish around the bucket.
Carr's got some room up high. Doesn't drop. Draws a foul.
Again, Shaq Carr being aggressive. He understands his role on this basketball team. He's not kind of the facilitator that Benson or Russell was even a year ago. His game is penetration, get into the cracks, look for offensive plays for himself, or dishes or kickouts to shoot around on the perimeter.
Carr connects. 83% free throw shooter a year ago for Shaq Carr. North Las Vegas, Nevada. Las Vegas, that's going to be a fun city to travel to. We'll give you a sneak peek of Las Vegas at the end of December, as the Lopes host Morgan State from the Orleans Arena. Get a feel for that venue. The site of the Western Athletic Conference postseason tournament.
That'll be
travel on Gabe Harris. They're going to rename it Lope Vegas.
I like that. I'm interested to see what Coach Marley draws up here for this final play of the half. Yeah, this is where you can really tell who's been paying attention in those practices when they get a little long and get a little hard. How can you execute final play sets of a half?
Carr. 19 and counting. Bounce pass. Fifi Adu. Back to Carr. Up high. Oh, Fifi, they just can't connect on that. They're going to have to scramble. Carr. Tipped out in front. Kerwin Smith gets the rebound. Backing in. Three. Loses that handle. Fifi tries to put it on. Not there. Put back. Getting no basket. Oh, foul the bouncing ball.
Yeah, that thing was bouncing more like a football. Nobody could kind of control the basketball, but yeah, all in all, yeah, I knew there would be some turnovers, but really GCU did a nice job moving the basketball early in the first half of this first half, and 41 points for the half, a good number.
Let's send it over to Kate.
All right, well, thank you very much. And Dan, it's great to just be back out here watching Lopes basketball. What's it been like for you to step on the court now for official home game to kick off this game?
Well, it's great. I mean, to play in front of this crowd again is awesome, and it's good for our guys. They get real nervous. This is a great atmosphere, and it's good for especially our young kids to come out here and test this out for the first time in an exhibition game. So when it really matters, they know what to expect. But, I think we're playing hard. Just a little nerves right now.
So are there some things that you want to try and attack at halftime, come out and do differently in the second?
Yeah, we can't, too many careless turnovers, bad passes. Guys just got to settle down and, take what they give them. And, defensively, we've done pretty well. We just got to do a better job of sticking with our men and then rebounding. And we ran early, which was great. We got to continue to do that.
All right, we wish you the best luck in the second half. And, guys, as you see the scoreboard, it doesn't lie. It is a 20-point lead for the Lopes. But we know Dan Marley. He demands and wants perfection.
No doubt about it. Trying to get ready for the regular season opener. We'll step aside and be back with more of the halftime festivities with Kate Longworth, Scott Williams, and Barry Butel and our crew here for this lid-lifting game of the 2017-18 season. Lopes on top over the Fighting Saints, 41-21.
Founded on the belief that the entrepreneurial dream is an engine that drives innovation forward in a global marketplace, the Colangelo College of Business educates and develops values-driven business leaders. Our graduates exemplify the principles of servant leadership and entrepreneurship. GCU's strong Christian identity informs the education you receive, integrating our Christian values with the business curriculum. The college features more than 25 programs from the bachelor through the master's level, catering to traditional, evening, and online students. These programs serve a diverse set of aspiring business professionals who not only learn in the classroom, but gain real-world experience operating actual businesses. Our students also receive unique access to Jerry Colangelo's legendary experience, leadership, and connections throughout the business world. Find out more at gcu.edu/business.
I am Laura Lozoya, and I am majoring in biology with an emphasis in pre-med at Grand Canyon University. The dorm life at GCU definitely helped me build relationships, and I've made great friends on this campus. The quality education here is great. You're testing your limits, but you're going beyond them. It all comes together. The sciences, the ethics, and just everything. It's a beautiful thing.
Grand Canyon University, the quality of a private Christian education, the affordability of a state university. Visit gcu.edu.
Welcome back to Lopes basketball here on Your View. The Lopes with a commanding 20-point lead at the break. But as we know, Dan Marley wants even more in this exhibition game, so we'll get to that. But first, I am joined by a very special halftime guest here, Mr. Jerry Colangelo. And I'll tell you, we got him on the court, guys, but it's not easy because he's being blocked by fans here. But thank you so much for joining us. And first, I want to congratulate you, because it is so neat for fans now to come out here, not only enjoy a basketball, but kind of take a walk through your life with the addition of the museum in your name. What's that like for you to see that here and all your memories laid out?
Well, it's pretty humbling to walk in a place and see this history of your journey, but it's something that Brian Mueller and the university wanted to do, and I feel very humbled by the fact they wanted to do it. And they did a great job, I think, in everything they did. It's a beautiful piece of work.
Is there anything, I'm putting you on the spot here, but is there anything in there that stands out or ranks higher in your memories than others?
No, I kind of look at it as, I've used the word a journey, and the way it's outlined in the museum, it's a story of my journey. So there were a lot of stops along the way, and a lot of things happen, and I've been blessed with a lot of success, and it tells the story, and I hope it's done in the appropriate way.
And speaking of a journey, the Lopes have certainly been on that as they transition to Division I football and athletics, and now they are tournament eligible. What's it been like for you to watch this journey unfold, and what's it say about the university to now be ready for the big dance?
Well, it was a game plan. Brian Mueller, that we had to get into Division I, and through relationships, we were able to get that accomplished in a short period of time. And so we paid our dues, 4 years, and now we're ready, and we're eligible, and of course we're all excited about it, and hopeful it's going to pay some dividends right away.
And someone who you couldn't tell that this team was not able to be eligible for that tournament from day one is Dan Marley, because he has stepped onto the court with intensity for these players and demanding excellence. What has he brought to this Lopes program? What have you seen from him?
Well, I mean, I have a great love for Dan Marley, having drafted him many years ago. He's a great player. He's a great person. I knew he would be a great coach. He's proven all of that. And who better to lead a program? The guy with that kind of character. He has all the enthusiasm. It couldn't be any better.
And what to say about this program? They have been competitive the past few years, and they haven't been playing for that postseason action. What does it say about this team and the integrity here? If that's how they were playing these past years, is the sky the limit for them come March, do you think?
Well, it's important to have solid people. So you want people of high character, you want people with integrity, and they're going to get you through the rough spots and all of the learning experience. So I think that's been accomplished.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us, and we want to remind fans, when you come out here to see a game, make sure you stop by the Jerry Colangelo Museum. It is open every night till 8 p.m. Still to come here on Your View, Lopes stats and highlights right after this.
I've been to other colleges, and GCU is the most student-friendly campus that I've been in.
I work full-time. I have a young family. Coming to class at night after work has been perfect with my schedule.
It allows me to still, work a 50 to 60 hour week, but also come to school.
I could have gone online, but I like the in-class experience.
I work full-time, and I'm also a parent, so having evening classes have been the best option for me.
Well, my favorite part of the program has definitely been the students and the faculty, especially the students. Our cohort has been really close, and we've become friends even outside of class.
We all have a relationship now, and it really helps you get through the program.
The professors have all been great.
The focus on the individual students is unlike any other campus I've been in.
What I've learned throughout my curriculum here at GCU, I've been able to apply on multiple levels.
It is one night a week, so it's a lot easier to attend classes, especially since I like the in-person interaction.
I know this knowledge is going to help me.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
Back at halftime at GCU Arena, 41-21. The Lopes over the Fighting Saints from St. Francis. Barry Vitale, Scott Williams. So glad you could join us here on Your View Arizona, GCU.tv for Lopes basketball in the 2017-18 season. While it was an exhibition opener. Any surprises in that opening half?
I'm surprised how well those freshmen played.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I thought they would have some jitters. Those first 5-6 minutes, they were rock solid out there from the offense and defensive end.
Casey Benson stepping in, albeit into this lineup. A lot of people say stepping in for Dwayne Russell. Those are very big shoes to fill, but Casey looked pretty solid in that opening half.
Well, I like the way he moves the basketball, rewards his bigs for running the floor. He's got a nice touch at being able to drop it over the top of the defense. And when he needs to make a shot, he can knock it down.
Let's take a look at our first half highlights. We begin with Casey Benson to Oscar Frazier.
Good court vision, finds his guy out there on that right wing. Frazier knocking down the triple. Then I love this one here by the big fella Laver. He's knocked a couple down in that first half from behind the arc. And I love this one right here. Just a little pick and pop. One guy rolls, the other guy replaces up on the top. And he drops a little three symbol on there. And this is Blumberg's now. And when they weren't doing it on the defensive end, they were knocking it down from the outside. There goes Howard. He measures the distance cleanly and knocked one down over the top of the defense. And my favorite Martin out there on the arc. They were having a party shooting that thing from distance. They had 6 threes in that first half. And then the local kid there from Cave Creek's finest knocking one down in the paint. I love this one here. Lavers to Frere climbing the ladder for the high handoff.
First half stats, you look at the field goal percentage, 48.3 for the Lopes, 29 for St. Francis, 6 of 11 from the arc. Free throws 7 of 9. No trips to the line for the Fighting Saints. Rebounding decisively 28-10. And the assists 11-5. Well, they started 14-0. They closed out 1 for their last 9. St. Francis making a little bit of a push there late. But it's clearly GCU that's on top here early on. Great to be able to utilize sets of 5 coming off the bench. Everybody kind of getting it out of their system. A lot of these freshmen exposed to this environment for the first time.
Yeah, Coach Marley said it. Some nerves there, 11 turnovers. They got a little sloppy for a moment, but really did a nice job crashing the glass. I mean, you get a plus 18 on the glass with 9 offensive rebounds, a couple of those for tip jams. So I liked the way they moved when they didn't have the basketball. I like the way they shared the basketball. Casey Benson's really solid first half.
No doubt about it. Stay with us. More from GCU Arena as the Lopes are, well, they're in control by 20 here at GCU Arena.
Earning your RN to BSN degree online doesn't have to be without the college experience. Finding your purpose takes support from those around you. GCU's leadership offers over 3 decades of experience delivering our accredited RN to BSN program 100% online. Graduate in as few as 16 months, learning from full-time practicing nurse faculty in small classes. Integrate your education with your faith and Christian worldview.
Find your purpose online at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
I'm Dominique. I'm a student here at Grand Canyon University studying hospitality management. My hospitality courses here are giving me a high-quality education from professors that I know have been successful. Being able to work while I'm in school has enriched my college experience. I feel like I know where I'm going and what I want to do. I've gone through things I can't necessarily be taught, and so that paired with everything that GCU is doing for me, I feel like, is setting me up for success. To have someone say, like, I want you, that's like a lot for someone like me. They're changing people's lives. By changing my life, now you changed my little brothers and sisters because they saw that I went to college. It'll just be, my greatest accomplishment, not just because it's a diploma, but because, I did what no one really thought I could do. When they say, find your purpose, they mean it.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
Welcome back to Lopes basketball here on Your View, and leading the way for GCU with their 20-point lead at the break is the new guy. He needs really no introduction, though, if you're here in the Valley. Casey Benson, he was a high school standout and now showing off here on the court at GCU Arena. He has 8 points to his name right now. Oscar Freire rounding things out with 7 points to his name. And guys, the halftime show was great. Everything you guys were saying was on point. But I can't wait for you to get back and see this footage because the Havocs behind you, they are bringing it tonight, and I bet we can expect more of the same in games to come. That's right, there's over 3,000 Havocs in-house, and we're hearing them right now. It's Lopes basketball here on Your View, and it's exciting.
Thank you, Kay. Yeah, they are in mid-season form on the Havocs, and looking like mid-season form. How about Casey Benson? Lighting it on fire here in the opening half.
Yeah, he got 13 minutes in that first half, and he utilized every one of them. I love that one right there over the top of the defense, and then knocking this one down here is Lavers getting a nice pass from Benson. And that little lefty shows a nice little stroke from behind the arc. But 7 assists in the early going, 8 points on 2 of 3 shoot, 3 of 3 from the free throw line.
13 minutes for Casey Benson, his debut as a Lope. After playing in the Final Four a year ago at the University of Oregon. His brother, TJ Benson, assistant coach on Dan Marley's staff. Of course, Casey Benson, a standout at Corona del Sol High School in Tempe, Arizona. Plenty of other action around GCU Athletics. Head coach Tim Nolan and the Lopes women's volleyball team hoping to close out the regular season on a high note as they take on Western Athletic Conference leaders New Mexico State. The Lopes still have a chance to get into the WAC tournament, but need a victory at least 2 of their final 3 matches. Come out and support the Lopes next Thursday night here at the GCU Arena. If you can't get to campus, be sure to watch all the action on your view, Cox Channel 4, online at gcu.tv. Exciting volleyball action right here at GCU Arena. New Mexico State coming to town to battle the Lopes.
Good shot on the bench there, getting some final instructions before the second half. You know, Kenzo Nuno's not playing tonight either. He's suffering some residual effects from a sports hernia. He said he'll have a MRI tomorrow, and that'll kind of give him a time frame on when he'll be able to get back out on the floor. And of course, Josh Braun, the WAC preseason player of the year, kind of having some lingering things from some concussions. He was asking me a little bit about when I got concussed, how long it took me to get back on the floor. I know every case is different, but funny thing is, loud noises and bright lights were the thing that bothered me the most. He must be dying over there on that bench.
Yeah, it's not the place to be.
No.
Loud noises. Inbound will happen right in front of our broadcast location. And of course, right in front of the 3,000 plus Havocs.
Kids are reaching over our heads trying to get at some of these Fighting Saints.
Marion Howard on their side. Badalassi twisting, turning, looking, trying to find Thornton. Gets it back, Badalassi. Crawls up over the rim and in.
That was the old school ball fake right there. Kind of throw it out there on one long arm. Make the defender think you're going up with it. He goes up, you go up.
Freya kicks out. Blackbirds for three. Bang.
Very impressive that time. And there's a little penetration and pitch for the young freshman. He's tired at the end of the first half. He short-armed a couple of those long shots, but definitely got his legs and lower body involved on that try.
Crowd can take a seat here early on second half. Howard looking to go over Deontay Vernon.
Yeah, Howard can put that thing in the basket if he gets enough distance between him and the defender to get that shot off.
Labor in and out.
Deontay Vernon working that offensive glass, got pushed as he tried to go up for that carom.
Howard has 11 for the Fighting Saints. Inbound by Blumberg. Vernon. Benson. Takes it. Off the glass and in.
I'll tell you what, that Keontae Vernon can set a man-sized pick. He totally wiped out Benson's defender. Benson just went all the way to the hoop.
Howard. Back out. Thornton up over the top of Freya. Badalassi leads it back over for Thornton. Off of the foot of Vernon. He picks it up for Freya. Freya driving. Loses the handle. Trying to get it over to Blumberg. Goes out of bounds. What's the call? Low.
Look at this pick right here. Little Howard just got wiped out. Then he attacks the big, blows right by him. And now remember, he's a lefty using his right hand, and he does a nice job getting that left shoulder into the defender, shielding him from the basketball.
Oh, picked off by Howard. Howard up the glass and in.
A little 5'4" Howard taking on big Keontae Vernon. Put him in the reverse cycle to the other side of the hoop.
Oh, look at that move by Benson. Back out. Plenty of time. Oh, rings out, but Freya wanted to put it back right away. Off the glass. Wants the foul. Hughes.
Yeah, those are the kind of dribble drives that you see players falling down. That might make a YouTube channel. What Benson just did to little Howard on that one. Unfortunately, Bloomberg doesn't finish it with the, Labors doesn't finish it with the outside shot, but what good court vision to find the big in the corner. And then Freya, again, crashing that glass. He tried to catch that ball with his left hand, put his right hand on it, slam dunk it. It didn't go, but he was able to corral the ball, get back up off the floor second time before the Fighting Saints could react.
68% from the free throw line a year ago. Badalassi on the hands of Terrian Howard. 13 points for Howard, their leading scorer. Hughes, bounce pass, Badalassi, back to Hughes, driving, twisting to his right, left hand, goes in, draws the foul, hoop and a harm.
A nice spin move. He took it on Keontae Vernon. Was going left, spun back to the middle. GCU didn't get the help they normally do in time to stop that penetrating spin move. And I think it was late Vernon that picked up that foul.
Third. Yeah, by Hughes, Vernon, Benson, 17-point lead. Vernon, Morrison, up high, straight. Oh, he gets stopped. Still fighting for it. Morrison called for the foul as Frayer just would not stop.
He's being really aggressive around the rim tonight, and that's what Coach Mahler is going to like to see. There's going to be times out there when you're not in sync offensively. They've had some moments like that, but hustle plays will always earn you time on the floor.
Frayer connects on the front end. Point lead.
GCU doing a good job. I mean, they're really out-earning trips to the free throw line. They've already shot 13 free throws in this game to 1 for the St. Francis team.
Morrison leaves it there for Thornton. Bounce pass, Morrison off the glass, too hard. Badalassi, can't get it.
I think they got Lavers coming across with the left hand here, catching a piece of the wrist.
Third. The 1B unit is at the scorer's table.
The white and the purple team in practice. You got 5 starters in the second group that goes up against the starters in practice. Now they all come in and get a chance to give a little burn.
Rotate. Amari Milstead checks back in.
Coach Marley over there coaching up Keontae Vernon. He's not treating this like an NAIA opponent. He's coaching his guys up.
Garrett Jackson checks in for St. Francis. Native of Sierra Vista, Arizona.
A little confusion out on the floor here. I think Badalassi couldn't hear what the call was. He wasn't ready to shoot that ball. Everybody kind of crashed into the middle, and I think the refs are saying it was so loud that they were going to replay this free throw try.
All the news are reminding the crowd not to make any whistling sounds.
What me?
He puts it in. Milstead, Martin, Smith, Fifi Adu, back out Martin. Over Milstead, stopping. Foul called on Howard.
That was really nice player and ball movement on that possession. It reminded me a little bit of a Harlem Globetrotters play where they hit the high post and cut and dribble drive and then hit the high post again and cut some more. Ends up with Milstead getting an opportunity to go to the line once again.
Tough fourth personal foul for Terry Howard. He'll check out.
He's been playing his heart out here, leading all scorers with 13 points tonight. Unfortunately, that's those personal fouls earned him some time on the pine for a while.
Whitten Harris checked back in for the Fighting Saints. Harris, by Milstead, took a swat at it, knocked it back. Loose ball, out of bounds.
Well, that's what Milstead can do. And he can put pressure on the ball handler, and that was a fine one right there. It's the one where he reaches in with his body and not the length of his arm that he gets himself in trouble.
Fifi leaves for Damari. Milstead driving. Fifi looks for three. Hey, he finds it.
Nice job by Milstead, creating enough pressure. The penetration that Fifi Adu's man had to give help.
Hughes. Witt back to Hughes. Martin all over him. Jackson's coming out. Swarming it. Witt able to come up with it, but picked off by Milstead. He's driving to his left. Fifi. Stop. Doesn't go. Draws the foul.
Like that one by Milstead. Put all the pressure on the defense till somebody picks you up. That's what you do. Drive that ball in there. As soon as the defender came over, he laid it off to Adu. Went flying in there with the idea that he was going to get collision and contact and earn himself a trip to the line. If he finishes the basket, even better, but earned a trip to the line.
Let's send it over to Kate Longworth.
All right, thank you guys. I am joined by GCU men's assistant coach of the golf team, Brett Swedberg, and I am joined by, this is hot off the press, senior Vinny Murphy, who has been named the WAC Golfer of the Month. And he didn't even know this till just seconds ago, but what's been fueling your success?
I mean, honestly, it's been a whole team thing. Like, we show up every day ready to work, and we work hard. Like, our team is so competitive this year, and it just pushes each and every one of us.
And obviously, you're seeing the results. I know he's not going to brag much about himself, but what's it like for one of your players to get an honor like that?
Vinny's a great guy. He's a great leader of the team in the classroom. He's had an unbelievable year. You know, this honor is a big deal for him and the golf program as a whole.
And he referenced just how they're keeping each other going, and you guys have already won 2 tournaments this fall, finished 5th last week at the prestigious Pacific Invitational. What's clicking right now?
Well, we got a great team this year. We have some good leaders, some good freshmen, and some transfers. Our short games have gotten a lot better, and the guys love to be around each other, and we love to coach the guys. So it's been a great start to the year, and hopefully we can keep it going.
And we've been talking about the transition period is over. The teams now are all eligible for NCAA postseason play. What's that mean for a member of an athletic team here at the GCU campus?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just awesome because last year we kind of played like there was no light at the end of the tunnel. But this year it seems like there is, you know, like now it's just as good, as much as we play and as good as we play, like we can go as far as we are able to, so it's great.
And really the sky is the limit because last year had you been eligible, the team would have won the WAC tournament last year. So what do you think can happen this spring?
We're going to do the same things that we're doing and just play hard, work on our short games, make good decisions, and hopefully we're there at the end.
All right, well, we wish you the best of luck and congratulations on your WAC Player of the Month honors. All right, guys, back to you.
Phenomenal golf by not only the men's team, but the women's team as well. Mark Mueller and Brett Swedberg and Vinny Murphy, Kate Kennedy. Of course, their home course, the GCU Championship Golf Course. Partnership with the city of Phoenix.
You tell me you're giving me a tea time. You don't come through for me.
Back to the action. Damari Milstead.
Yeah, GCU just killing right now on the offensive glass. I mean, make that 13 offensive rebounds. That's more. They have more offensive rebounds than St. Francis has total rebounds right now. So just dominating on the glass.
Milstead fouled by Witt. Martin inbound. Kerwin Smith. Matt Jackson. They do. Martin inside. Smith backing in. Loses the handle.
That's what I would like to see. That one dribble middle, come back to that right shoulder, throw that lefty hook on him.
Try to take it back into the, when Cohen Smith is getting that low down there, you got to realize you're going to get some help from the middle. You come back baseline, there's no help on that baseline, and he's got the ability to make that lefty hook.
Inbound, Thornton. Gabe Harris. Thornton looks for three. Rings out.
Pushed off underneath. Matt Jackson did a nice job getting the defender on his back, staying between his defender and the basket. Had to push him in the low part of the back. That's where Matt Jackson's out of that strength. A little on the upper body, but his legs have gotten much thicker now. He's able to get a good wide base underneath. Well, that's 17 foul. That's a trip to the free throw line for Matty Jackson.
Jackson coming back from that back injury. Bigger, stronger, and obviously healthier. We're really wondering if Matt was going to be able to come back from that injury.
Yeah. You remember a player named Don McLean played at UCLA, played the pros for a while?
6 man?
Yeah. I don't think Matt Jackson can ever score like Don McLean could, but he's certainly got the same sort of game that Don McLean had, where he can be a bigger player, but shoot it from the outside and do some things really well offensively.
Get a little press on there, the Lopes did. Saints get through it. 8-0 run. Thornton pulled down by Jackson.
Thornton's got to move the ball. He's just calling his number. It's going to be hard sled against that GCU defense if you don't move it.
Floater doesn't go. Milstead looking for his first points as a low. Smith called.
Yeah, I think Kerwin Smith kind of coming over the top there. Pace is slowed somewhat here in the second half, but I think Coach Marley likes the effort that he's getting from the guys in the white jerseys.
Harris, Goulet, Wick, near side, Harris. Only out was Thornton. Jackson almost got a hand on it. Harris off the wing. Bounce back out beyond the arc. Comes just inside it. Floater's way too long. Fifi-Adu. Havix let him have it. Martin takes it. Oh, brings out. Takes a hard fall.
Number 42 was a flash down that right wing. He went in there with the thought that he was going to put it on someone's head with a dunk. That aggressive play there earned Jared Martin an opportunity to go to the charity stripe. This is going to be free throws 20 and 21 for the look. So nice job being aggressive at that basket. Using his wheels in transition. He looked in there like, I'm going to throw this down. He got clipped underneath and kept him from elevating over the rim. His numbers for Martin last year, 5 points, 4 assists. But things that he does to help the team when he's on the floor from the defensive side don't always translate statistically.
Prayer just waiting for Martin. The other 4 have been replaced. Back by number 10, Antonio Hughes. Oh, the fighting Saints, a little fight in these Saints.
Yeah, and that won't make Coach Marley happy. He doesn't like to see guys take the ball from outside near the 3-point line, drive all the way to the hoop uncontested.
Labor. Oh, didn't drop. Got the rebound and the hoop and arm. That worked out well.
That was a nice cut and a good feed. Labor just kind of nonchalanted it with the left hand. I think maybe he went the little Moses Malone when Moses would miss a bunny around a smaller defender, knowing that he would be able to get the offensive rebound and the putback. Could have had that statistics.
You mean he did it on purpose?
Oh, yeah. Oh. Moses knew it. He was a board shy of 15 late in the game, and he'd miss a couple bunnies. He'd shoot it like right up underneath the rim where he would only leave his hand for a split second, then he'd corral it again.
Vernon, Riley Goulet from Cave Creek. Possession for the Lopes.
little miscommunication.
But that's okay. You can throw the ball in the backcourt. Didn't look real clean, but no damage done.
Benson to his right. Stop it. Vernon with the rebound. Back to Frayer. Laver leaves it for Oscar. Now to Benson. Frayer quickly inside. Blumbergs. Frayer. Three-point attempt. Short. Rebound pulled down by Morrison.
Now, this possession, they got to move the basketball. They turned it over.
Beautiful move by Oscar Frayer. Quickly. Blumbergs. Underneath. Frayer. Laver pulls down, drives into the paint. Floater. In. Good.
How about that by the big fella? He's knocked down a couple threes. They honor him from behind the arc. Shows the shot and then takes it on the drive in a floater in the middle for a big fella that size. Shows some real soft touch. Uh-oh. Coach got teed up.
Ryan Marks for the animated. Ryan Marks, 5th season as head coach.
Yeah, let's one more time here. Look, I'm going to show you the three, and I'm going to put it on the floor. Now I'm going to just float it right over the top of the big fella that tries to block his shot. Coach Marks still giving an official an earful over there. Coach Marks.
Spent 4 years at then UTPA, now UTRGV. Former assistant at Northern Illinois, Central Missouri State. Also has background in the NBA, a former player personnel assistant for the LA Clippers. And was a grad of USC back in '93. Coach Marks. Alex asking him to please take a seat. Calm down a little bit.
Heavens don't miss a thing. I tell you what, they do their homework. They even had, now Coach Marks probably liable to stay on the rest of the game after the Alex laid into him there.
From the corner, nice bucket for Riley Goulet again. Junior from Cave Creek, up high underneath. Fighting it off with Laver and putting it in off the glass.
I tell you what, we got 3 players in double figures now, and they're just sharing the basketball. I mean, Casey Benson has more assists than the whole St. Francis team.
Paris to his right, Goulet, soft one just inside the arc, pulled down by Frayer. Frayer to Benson. Under 12 minutes to go, second half. Wolves have led start to finish here on the way to an opening tip. Exhibition victory with a decisive lead here, 64-37. Hughes to his right, driving to the paint. Foul, Benson. Timeout on the floor, 11:33 to go, second half. Lopes in control, 64-37. Casey Benson called for the foul. We'll be back with more action from GCU Arena as we're getting underway the 2017-18 season for the GCU Lopes.
GCU's College of Science, Engineering, and Technology offers a premier STEM education with relevant curricula designed to lead you to a career in the competitive fields of science, technology, engineering, and math. GCU is investing in the future of our STEM programs with multiple state-of-the-art facilities, providing students with access to cutting-edge technology. Our STEM education is motivated by a Christian worldview, which cultivates ethical decision-making. The College of Science, Engineering, and Technology fosters traits in adaptability, collaboration, creativity, as well as ethical and social awareness, which makes our graduates from our STEM programs more competitive. Through robust collaboration and partnership with industries that require a STEM-prepared workforce, our faculty concentrates exclusively on student success within a deeply nurturing Christian setting. Find out more at gcu.edu/CSET.
Welcome back. GCU basketball is back, and the Lopes are up right now, 64-37, which is under 12 minutes to play. Well, let's take 2018 preseason men's basketball coaches all WAC teams. You'll recognize a name on that. That's right, he's the mayor around here, and they don't call him the mayor for nothing. He's getting recognition throughout the conference. Josh Braun making the list here. And you see who he is joined by some members of New Mexico State. You see RGB Dixon and Fredson shooting around things out from Chicago State. Meanwhile, on the media selected coaches all WAC teams, making the second team was Casey Benson. So already this conference taking notice of him. There's Josh Braun right now in street clothes, still recovering from a previous injury. But we know, guys, when he steps on the court, he can make things happen. And stop me if you've heard this one before. Preseason Player of the Year, as voted on from the coaches, Josh Braun.
Josh Braun, yeah. Can you imagine? I mean, they've rolled out units of 5 here, and Chuck Carr's seen limited minutes. Josh hasn't even played. This is nice.
It is real nice for Coach Marler to have this kind of depth on his team. Now, granted, he's playing against a team that, caliber that they won't see the rest of the year when they start playing against, NCAA teams and then, of course, WAC opponents. But it must be nice when you can take out one player and really not have a whole lot of fall-offs in all your positions, except for maybe at the point.
Definitely. Dwayne Russell doing really well in France. Professionally. Vernon just inside the arc. Oh, the putback basket for here.
Owning
in the back door.
Owning the offensive board. 17 offensive boards now, and make that 5 for Frere.
Deontay Vernon, his 4th personal foul. This is something during the regular season you're going to want to hope to see avoided, and that is foul trouble for Vernon.
Look at Frere coming in here from that wing position. You don't put a body on him, you make him get paid. Yeah, but you're right. Deontay Vernon's got to stop with this foul now. It's been too often that he has 3 and 4 fouls that you wonder if they're necessary. Now, this is from a guy who led the ACC. In fact, I have the all-time ACC record in fouls committed.
Well, you're an expert at it, then.
Yeah, well, I never got silly fouls. My fouls were help side defensive fouls, or when I knew a guy was in a position to score the ball, make him go to the line and earn it. That's where Vernon will have to learn. Not every foul is a mistake, but there certainly are fouls that are not as smart as others.
True. Waiver back to the line. For 1 tonight. That one rings out.
Now, the crowd here is so loud all game long, but when a GCU player goes to the line, you can hear a pin drop. I wonder if it throws off the players, the fact that I'm even worried that my voice is carrying onto the floor when they're at the line because it gets so quiet out here.
It was really loud when he did the first shot, that first attempt. I wanted you to quiet down a little bit. Makes the backhand of it. Yeah, there's a little uneasy feeling here. It's really strange.
Yeah, so you can hear your heartbeat. Yeah. You're like, what's going on here?
Used to high decibel levels in here. Howard's back in with 4 personal fouls. 13 points. Howard looking to add to that. Rings off. Benson on the run. Oh, White. Blumbergs. Ba-bam.
Casey Benson, he's on his way to a double-double. I think they missed one. Oh, look at this hustle. Wow. Look at this hustle by the young freshman going down and getting a floorboard. Look at that one there, just got a little fancy, go up with one hand, put 2 on it, and then look at this hustle back defensively and the dive. on the floor, get the basketball back. Arrow possession is favoring the Lopes.
Time on the floor by the Lopes, 69 to 39. The Lopes in control from the opening tip. There you see Roberts, Blumberg. Take a look at the GCU schedule upcoming. Florida A&M Rattlers, Friday, November 10th. The regular season gets underway. Robert Morris, the Colonials, here on the 13th. Little Rock here on the 18th. Norfolk State on the 20th. UST here on the 25th. And you see Riverside. St. John's downtown. Big matchup there. And then conference play gets started after a trip to Illinois. And late December, January 6th. Against Seattle University. New Mexico State always a tough opponent as well. Closes up March 3rd against Bakersfield. And of course the Black Conference Tournament from the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada in early March. If you haven't secured your tickets, if you'd like to go and take a preview, you could travel over with us in late December when the Lopes host Oregon State at the Orleans Arena. That game will be broadcast also here on YourView. So you get a feel, you know, for the tournament. You kind of see how the seats feel at the Orleans, where you might want to sit, and then you can order your tickets for the tournament.
That's right. That's a good little scouting trip. Advanced scouting.
Yeah.
I like that.
Always good to scout out Vegas in advance, you know.
I can't wait for the WAC tournament. I have not been to the WAC tournament because GCU obviously was not eligible, so I'm looking forward to experiencing that firsthand this year. I know that the Havocs are going to travel. They've been chomping at the bit 4 years to get a piece of some postseason tournament action.
They're going to take the city over. Hughes inbounds. Howard. Bounce back. Morrison. Back to Howard. Kick back out. Looks inside of Morrison. He finally got a handle on it. Put it in.
Just his second points from early in the basketball game. They've done a nice job of shutting Morrison down, and he's tabbed to be their leading scorer this year.
Man, that's 16, average 16 points per game a season ago. Clark, nice sweep behind the back pass. In the corner, baseline, Labor, bounce pass, Blumbergs, backing in. Lassie call.
As he gets a little bit more experience, he's going to realize he's got a really good size advantage on Lassie. He's just going to make a turnover with shoulder and keep the ball high and shoot it right up over the top of the smaller defender. But I don't mind that move there. Bang him a couple times there. He's going to try to set up his little jump hook.
Blumbergs connects.
Blumbergs with this free throw, and it'll be the fourth GCU player in double figures in scoring.
10 points. Labor with 15, leading the Lopes.
Yeah, nice job by these young freshmen. 25 points out of your big in their debut. I think Coach Marley would have thought he was going to get that much scoring from him.
Beating Morrison underneath is Lassie. Morrison picks up another quick two.
We'll say this about this Coach Mark's team is they're not scoreboard watching. They're still playing hard. They're still running their sets and trying to share the ball more in the second half. That first half, they were rattled by this Havocs crowd and the noise in this arena, but they settled in nicely after that adjustment period.
Howard, Lassie. Benson trying to reach in there. Morrison's underneath. Good defense, loose ball though, and ends up in Lassie's hands and an easy putback.
How did that happen? Labor's made a nice play, a block Morrison's shot, and I thought the Lopes had secured it.
Carr inside. Labor backing it on Morrison. Turnaround. Ooh, got a hand right in it. Morrison called for it.
Dorsey said, hey, how about the contact at the other end, buddy? But nice job that time by Labor, showing the ability to knock down the outside shot. Now look at this one. That's just a right shoulder turn right into the chest of the defender. Put the pressure on the officials to make a call on the contact.
Back to the line. Jackson. And Thornton in for the Saints. .8:15 to go, second end.
He shows a nice stroke, doesn't he?
Yes.
That's good to see the big fellas go to the line and knock free throws down. Leading all scorers tonight with 17 points. Giving himself a little time on the bench here. Don't know if that's going to be it for him the rest of the night, but opening debut for Labors and Blumbergs has been really impressive.
Thornton to his right, Darian Howard. Out by Carr. Jackson. Vista.
Illegal screen. That's that moving one.
Jackson called a transfer from Cochise College. And the Lopes on top, 73-45 with 7:50 to go here in the second half. Barry Butel, Scott Williams, so glad you could join us for this first game here of GCU Lopes basketball. It's been a good one. We've seen, as you just mentioned, the two bigs looking really sharp early on.
Playing well together down there. I love the way that they swarm to the basketball defensively, use their length, disrupt shots, block shots, and then use their wheels in transition. Got a couple passes and some easy layups, and also knowing how to space the floor. So important for Casey Benson, Oscar Freire, some of the Fifi Adu, other guys that come in that can penetrate the cracks of the defense. Now they can kick it to a guy that can make it an outside shot.
Oscar Freire was so poised in his first season a year ago, but he looked sharp early on, and I'm sure this year it's going to be a fun one to watch number 4.
Yeah, Oscar Freire can do it all. I mean, he knocked down the outside shot, he finishes high around the basket, gets on the offensive glass. It's going to be a fun player to watch as he gets older, more experience, and learns how to play without fouling, using his side, his speed advantage out there over smaller and slower players. He's just done a really nice job tonight. He got the 12-point double figures. He's got 6 boards, a couple follow jams. And he plays good defense, swats the ball away, just gets his hands on balls, deflection, disrupting the timing of the offense. You know what I think is bigger and better this year? Not only the GCU players in size, I think this dance team has doubled in size. They have 30 girls out here now. And,
same with cheer, too,
They are all in unison. They look like they're a pro dance troupe.
Yep. Crowd loving every moment of tonight's action. Of course, the Lopes in control from the opening tip. Cheer, dance. It appears everyone is in mid-season form.
Well, the Havoc certainly brought it tonight, that's for sure. My ears are going to be ringing when we leave this arena tonight. Fun Factory is off to a good start. They've had a lot to cheer about.
It was a 4-year transition period.
Yep. The threes and the dunks and some of these unselfish plays. It's been fun to watch tonight.
Rebound pulled down by Hayden Witt, New Lenox, Illinois native. Darian Howard playing with 4 personal fouls. Witt looking, moving to his right. Looking for Howard. 11 on the shot clock, 10 counting. Not a lot of room anywhere. Now Thornton now. 4. Howard just throws it up. Freire. Great D there by the Lopes. Freire. Floater. Hey, looky here. Looky here.
Coast to coast. That's the way Magic Johnson used to do it. Came up limping a little bit. I don't know if he twisted an ankle or hit a knee. But he's called for a sub, and Matt Jackson got up off the bench, so I think next dead ball, he's coming out. Maybe it's his hip. I'm not sure.
Don't like to see that at all. Picked off by Kerwin Smith. Fifi Adu. Up high, dropped in, a nice teardrop for Roberts Lumbergs.
How about Roberts running that right wing, hey? The guy's 6'9", gets out in transition, gets back behind the defense, and another nice high handoff by one of the GCU guards.
Frayer in pain. Still able to defend against Thornton. Thornton drives, looks underneath. Witt unable to pull it in, and finally Oscar Frayer is going to get off the board.
Yeah, he's grimacing. He's really gimpy, and he's grimacing. Something's really bothering him. Okay, let's take a look at it one more time here. This is when he turns on the jets and he goes to the hole. Seemed like he got maybe a knee to the outside of one part of his leg. Somebody clipped him right as he was about to get on his launch pad and kept him from elevating above the rim, so he just kind of flicked it up there. But he's going back to the locker room. They're taking him off the floor. They're going to ice that thing down and get a look at it.
Jordy Hackett will take a look at that. Shot card down the lane.
Shaq wishes he had that one back. He was so wide open. I think he was confused at his angle if I should flip it over the front of the rim or use the backboard, and that indecision cost him to miss his spot on the board that he would have liked to target.
You see Jordy working Oscar Frayer.
Yeah, must be his right leg because he's laying on his left leg, and they're certainly working on the lower part of the body.
Knee-to-knee contact.
Yeah, sometimes those ones on the outside of the knee or inside of the knee hurt more than the ones when you get hit straight on the kneecap.
Oh, great hustle by Martin. Inside, Kerwin Smith, left hand, off the mark. Martin was diving in. Rebound, Fifi Adu.
Well reset, good job crashing the offensive glass.
Fifi inside, Kerwin Smith. Moving up from Jackson, turning. Right hand, floater and in.
Well, he missed the left hand hook. So he said, okay, I'll come back and hit him with the right hand hook.
Hayden Witt, inside, Jackson. Terrion Howard. No room inside, no lane. Morton. Lope still giving it all they got. Off the mark, underneath Whip. Didn't hit the butt.
Thornton's had a Thornton has had a tough time measuring the distance tonight. He's 0 for 8 from the field. You can see just that clip there. It looked like on his leg. Maybe it was his left leg.
That left, yeah, the left.
Oh yeah. See, just that collision there. It almost looked like Howard might have been the one that got the worst of the way he got spun around, but certainly a lot of contact there.
Fifi fades back, picked off by Jackson. Got to make sure these passes count. Pulled down Ibrahima. Inside. And Carr in the game. Some additional Lopes will get into the game.
Yeah, it's nice when everybody gets a little burn. Hey, these guys are working hard in practice for nearly a month. They deserve to get a little green light out here.
Olstead at the scorer's table. Carr leaves it there. Send Carr.
Nice. Everybody likes to hear the name called by the PA announcer. That was a good job by Shaq Carr. Penetrated just enough that he left himself enough room to be able to dish that one off underneath to the big fella.
Howard, 3.5 and counting here at the GCU Arena. Goulet, Riley Goulet driving baseline. Back out, Aaron pass, Shaq Carr. He's got Fifi to the right. Fifi underneath. Oh, wasn't up high enough, but he puts it back in his lap.
That's a good transition right there. You get the turnover, and you get 2 easy points on the opposite end.
Timeout on the floor. Timeout here at GCU Arena with the score 83-45. GCU on top of St. Francis. Leave it here as we close out the last 3:09 on the clock.
I'm Sarah. I'm a senior at GCU studying hospitality management. Since the program started, it's already grown so much. There's so many opportunities for students to be able to learn outside of the classroom. We have the golf course, we have the hotel, the restaurant. My professors are industry professionals. It makes me feel comfortable knowing that I'm being trained in relevant information. When you graduate from GCU with a hospitality degree, people know that you're prepared. I think it makes you better equipped to handle any situation. It makes you more valuable, especially here in Phoenix when there's so many opportunities. The best part about being a GCU student is just the fact that I'm in a community where everyone supports me and everyone wants to see me succeed. One of the things I love about GCU is just the importance they place on servant leadership. I serve in the children's ministry, teaching Sunday school. It's incredibly rewarding. GCU is helping me find my purpose.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
Welcome back on your view where you are watching GCU Lopes basketball. They started off the season strong so far right now with a commanding 83-45 lead with 3 minutes to go. And now taking a look at the college basketball landscape throughout the nation. The USA Today Top 25 preseason rankings. Number 1 is Duke. Behind them, Michigan State. Kansas at number 3. Kentucky number 4. Arizona rounding out the top 5. And I keep looking. Oh, there they are. Number 9. Scott Williams, North Carolina. I don't even know if he can hear me getting a dig in on him, guys.
Wow.
A total disrespect.
They didn't want your mic on.
They turned my mic off on me, Kate. Total disrespect for the defending champs to be ranked so low.
Goodness.
I can't believe they got Duke number 1.
See what you did, Kate? Unbelievable. We got 3 minutes left and you guys on fire over here. How did they get number 9?
Tell you what,
Wichita State's ahead of them? Wichita Shockers? That's a shock. Talk about a shock.
I should be tearing this card up right now. It's so bad.
Well, it's not going to help.
No, it won't help.
Kate, back over to you.
Well, the good news, guys, is earlier we saw Oscar Fire go down and it looked like it was a little knee-on-knee contact. Well, I can confirm it's actually a thigh contusion, which as we know is better if it's muscle involved in that getting banged around versus bone to bone. So right now he's icing his left thigh and should be good to go for the next game.
Great news, Kate, because you're right. The muscle, you can pump that blood out of there. You start getting that bone contusion, there's not a whole lot you can do with that. But you get that muscle, get the stimulators on there and massage, you can get that blood moving.
Ibrahima. Go to the line. Kara to the line. Senegal. Lanes it.
A nice little touch there from the free throw line. Okay, was that an abnormality or is that the normal stroke from the line? I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to have to say he's got a good stroke from the line.
Milstead. Second personal on Damari Milstead.
He's got that high hair. He's got a little hair. He's a good-looking young man.
Yeah, he does. He's got some height there.
Adds a couple inches to him, makes him more opposing to the defenders out there. But I like the way he plays defense. And don't get me wrong, I like the aggressive nature, but sometimes the reaches make a coach nervous. Is that a good way to put it? If you're reaching for the basketball, and you're not always going to get the steal. Sometimes they can get by you, and you're playing with players that are a little bigger, a little bit more speed than what you got in the St. Francis team.
Just play solid. Keep them in front of you. When you have your opportunity for a poke away, then you go for it. But you don't got to reach every time someone's got the ball.
Carl over to Smith, goes out of bounds. Thomas Parada in the game.
But Coach Marley doesn't want to see his final ticks on his clock as his team gets sloppy. They've had such a nice basketball game. Finish it out the right way.
Harris trying to move on Shaq Farr. Shaq giving him no room. Risley. Short. Loose ball underneath.
Like I said, the USF basketball, but you gotta like that hustle down there underneath. Fischel had tried to give it to GCU and realized, oh, I
pointed the wrong way.
Pointed the wrong direction. He said, no, get out of here. I'm giving it back to USF.
Ibrahimo was like, what? Which way are you pointing?
Nice job by Kerwin Smith off that bench tonight.
Nate Servin in the game. Over to Risley. Risley inside Parada. Back out Risley. Oak Lawn, Illinois. Sophomore. Dave Harris. Milstead on him. Bounce pass. There, Parada unable to come up with it. Milstead does. Damari Milstead looking for his first bucket and it falls. There it is. Put him on the score sheet. Damari Milstead with his first 2 points as a GCU low.
Yeah, Milstead's done a nice job. Everybody has scored tonight for the GCU except for two. Allen hasn't scored and Savannah hasn't scored. Oh.
Milstead. Jackson beyond the reach of Risley. Jackson diving through the paint. Picks up the rebound and he's fouled.
Matt Jackson was calling for a screen on a little side pick and roll action. He was determined to get in that painted area and get a shot up, but he needed a little help. He just had to do a little coaching, get his man to come over and set a pick.
Sheik Saif Savain is in for the Lopes.
In the ball game for the Fighting Saints, number 5, Tavis Jones.
Jackson's going to check out, and Parker Dale from Sydney, Australia, in for the Lopes.
Oh, good job by Matt Jackson. Didn't get the scoring numbers that he would have probably liked tonight, but was solid out there defensively. Moved the basketball on offense, and it's just been a real impressive start for the Lopes. The two freshmen we've been talking about tonight, Casey Benson, Oscar Freire, of course, but all of the team as a unit, it looks like they have gelled tonight and are playing well. We knew there'd be some unnecessary and silly turnovers, but Coach Marlin's got to like this way his team has played here. 89-49 victory.
Closing it out. That is the final buzzer. Lopes win it. 89-49 over the Fighting Saints from St. Francis. This exhibition victory, the regular season opener coming up on the 10th. Great crowd here at GCU Arena. And players make their handshakes, and they'll be chatting with a Lopes player. We'll travel into the post-game press conference, so you want to keep it right here and hear from the head coach, Dan Marley. Big victory here for the Lopes as they win it. Freire with 14. Labor leading all scorers with 17. Blumberg's with 12. Benson had 11. Let's send it over to Kate Longworth.
All right, thank you guys so much. And I'm joined now by Casey Benson. And Casey, first, welcome welcome back to the Valley to play some basketball. What was it like for you to experience GCU Arena tonight?
It was unreal. You know, the fans showing up like they did for an exhibition game. I haven't experienced anything like that. So now the energy was amazing. I can only imagine how it'll be next week. It was great to finally get out here. It's been a long time coming, and it was a blast.
For the team overall, how do you think you guys dealt with working through nerves, being out there for the first time in front of the home crowd, gelling through, and what do you want to improve on before we see you out here next time?
No, I think we did a good job. Obviously, with all the energy, had to channel a lot of emotions. You know, just we focused that on the defensive end and ended up kind of letting that fuel our offense, and shots ended up falling early on. Came out on a big run and you know, played together, played unselfishly, and it was a great game.
All right, well, congratulations, a big victory here for the Lopes and Casey Benson's first time in front of the home crowd, guys.
Thank you, Kate. Congratulations to Casey Benson. His debut as a GCU Lope, as I mentioned, 11 points and 9 assists, played 22 minutes in this exhibition victory. 89-49 is the final score. GCU over St. Francis. As I mentioned, we'll be traveling into the post-game press conference with head coach Dan Marley. We'll have a revisit with your 3 keys and much more from GCU Arena after we take this timeout.
GCU is the university that never sleeps, moving at the speed of light. And now GCU is leading in the area of computer science and IT. With over 200 university degree programs across 9 colleges, on campus and online, join the most inventive concept in education today. Fast track options available with courses in cybersecurity, cloud computing, and systems architecture. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/IT. At GCU, earning your degree online doesn't have to be without the college experience. To find your purpose, it takes support from those around you. GCU's leadership offers over 3 decades of experience in delivering real-world degree programs online. GCU's online class size averages less than 17 students with full-time faculty and student advisors. Find your purpose online at Grand Canyon University. Call us today at 855-428-7692.
Finding the right college isn't always simple. The choices I make today affect where I'll be tomorrow. That's why I chose Grand Canyon University. Here I'm working toward a greater purpose and a place that feels like home. With scholarships to help me earn my degree, I can graduate in less than 4 years. By attending GCU, Arizona's premier private Christian university, I know I'm not just making the right choice, I'm making the smart choice.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
Back live at GCU Arena with the Lopes victorious over the Fighting Saints 89-49 in this first game of the 17-18 season. Barry Butel, Scott Williams, Kate Longworth, and the cast here at GCU Arena in this first game. And probably no surprises, exhibition opponent, an NAIA opponent. They came out and fought really hard, did the Fighting Saints. What was impressive to me was just the depth that was visible here for this GCU Lope squad, knowing that, you know, the bench will be a little bit tighter during the regular season, but there's a good bit of depth on this team.
Yeah, Coach Marley's got some players, and he's got some interchangeable parts, and I love the way the freshmen came out here and executed all the sets. They ran the floor, they played hard, they weren't afraid of the moment. There was some, a couple mistakes and passes went errant, but for the most part, they were focused. Casey Benson did a nice job getting everybody running the floor well. I thought it was a great opening act.
Yep. Let's revisit your 3 keys to this game tonight, a victory by the Lopes.
Well, it wasn't so much a game for the game, but for the season. How fast can this team gel and become a family? And I love the way they shared the ball tonight. Those 18 assists were absolutely huge. They did a nice job. There was no half step, and they started the game on a 14-0 run. They really crashed the glass. They had 19 fast break points, 38 points in the paint. The bench came in. They had 30 points to show some of the depth. And then Magic's, Marley's magic elixir there. The Lopes winning. They win here. There's no doubt about that. And Coach had them ready to play tonight. Hung a 40-burger on an NAIA opponent. That's not really what he's so concerned about it, but it did show the way this team likes to hustle and compete.
17 points for our player of the game, and if we see this all season long, it's going to be great. Played with a little bit of grit, too, Alessandro Lever.
I don't expect him to get 17 every night, but I do expect to see him be able to stroke the ball from the outside. Had 2 3-point shots. He got some easy buckets inside. Shoots 6 of 10 from the field, which is absolutely fantastic on your opening night. Crashes the glass. He got 7 boards. And I love the way he's not afraid to be able to step him up in that high post. Let him throw the high handoff with a couple of assists tonight. Patrolled the inside, whether he was disrupting shots, changing shots, even block one tonight. So nice job by this young man in his opening night.
17 points, 6 of 10 from the field. He had 7 rebounds, 2 of 4 from the arc. And as you mentioned, for a big guy, having to be able to dial it in from a long distance, very nice to have that asset.
Yeah, absolutely. Got a good stroke. I see why Coach Marley went and got him and brought him in here.
Yeah, you can definitely see that with Lever and Blumbergs adding some grit and height. The bigs, along with Keontae Vernon, who was a little thin after Keontae to add that muscle into the lineup.
Yeah, the length will serve itself well with, Vernon or Smith or whoever, they can come in and play aggressively and maybe not have to worry about stopping a shot by picking up a foul that they know they got a guy coming off the bench and you don't get a lot of fall off.
Right. And we didn't even see Josh Braun. If you're just tuning in, he didn't play this evening. He's undergoing some concussion protocol or just being precautious. I'm sure he'll be here on the 10th, good Lord willing, and it'll be a whole different look team. I mean, to put him in here with these guys and how it's going to look with Casey Benson back there, Josh Braun in the lineup, it's going to be interesting to see.
Well, it'll be really fun because Josh Braun can fit this style of play really nicely. That wide open style, spreading the floor, running in transition, passing the ball ahead. That's just some of the things that he specializes in.
So great to see guys like Matt Jackson. Jared Martin came out with a ton of energy. Great defensive stalwart last year. Dan Marley talked about he didn't put up the numbers offensively last year. Kind of hit some dry streaks there. But he came out, he scored some points here and looked real sharp.
Yeah, but you don't worry about him so much statistically. He does those things on the floor that help you win basketball games. His plus-minus ratio when he's on the floor is always really impressive. So he does whether it's just setting a pick or diving on the floor for a loose ball, getting a deflection, disrupting the other team's offense. Those are huge.
Oscar Freyer took the knee to, as Kate Longworth mentioned, do that left thigh area. So it appeared it was knee on knee, but it wasn't. It was a little bit above. So I think that's, it's tough to see a guy go down in pain like that, but hopefully he'll be all right because Oscar Freyer is going to be a fun show to watch.
Yeah, they'll give him the ice massage. They'll put the stimulator on and get that blood moving out of that thigh. He'll be good to go.
It'll be interesting with Shaq Carr and how this backcourt is utilized with Casey Benson and whatnot. So it'll be interesting to see.
Well, like I said, they have a lot of people that they can play now. Shaq Carr coming back and the young freshman. He can get after it. He can play a little bit, but I think Coach Marley he's going to be impressed by what he saw tonight once he looks at the tape.
Well, let's go into the post-game press conference. Head coach Dan Marley.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm not a big guy playing 11 or 12 guys. I usually have to play 7 or 8. But I can play more guys this year because we are very deep. But we'll stick with the rotation. The guys are really deep, playing well. They'll lead that stuff well. They decide the playing time. I don't. So, today I was just trying to. I really like that second group because we got guys who can switch and get after it. Damari's a very good defender. Fifi's a really good defender. Jared defends well. Kerr will protect the basket. Matt, very smart. So that second group does a good job of going in there and really picking up the defense and picking up full and switching. So that'll be something we'll probably do a lot this year. But, I'm looking at like guys like Oscar and Casey, Keontae, Josh. We didn't have Josh back yet. He's our best player. So we do have a lot of guys who can play, and we'll just see how that works out as the year progresses. Yeah, I mean, you know how the concussion thing is. It's day to day. He was almost ready tonight. So we'll see tomorrow. We'll get another test, but I wouldn't expect it to be much longer.
What do you think about being an extended look at Roberts and Alessandro playing together?
Oh, they're going to play a lot together. I like both of those guys, and they're going to be a big part of what we're doing going forward. So I really like Alessandro. You know, he's got a better post-up game than he showed tonight. You just got to be more patient and use his size. You can see he can spread the floor. You know, can really shoot it. And you know, Roberts is going to be really good. He just got to figure out how hard he has to play and how physical he has to be. But for guys 6'10", can really spread the floor. So both those guys are freshmen. I'm going to put a lot on their shoulders because they're going to be really good players.
The way the game started, what was Casey doing that set everything up so well?
You know, you always tell your bigs to run, and we got bigs that can really run. And the problem, sometimes we don't get it to the bigs. Well, you saw at the beginning of the game, they ran, and Casey does a good job of throwing the ball ahead, and rewarding guys for running. So, as a big man now, you know you're going to get the ball if you run. So he does a really good job of pushing it up, and we did a good job of that. And then, you know, Casey's got to pick his spots where he's going to score, but he's a guy that's going to get everybody open and get guys good shots.
Seems like since the Nevada game, but now that Damari's earned more and more.
Damari's improved every day in practice. He's really learning a lot. I'm happy with Damari. You know, I told him his bread and butter is going to be defensively, getting in and guarding guys, using his strength. Doesn't have to score a lot right now, but using his body well and getting guys open. He's done a pretty good job of that, so I'm happy with Damari. Yeah. And I think Oscar, no, I'm serious, Oscar's going to be really good. Oscar's made a big jump from his freshman to his sophomore year. He's realizing what he's doing. You know, if he develops that 17-foot or that three-pointer, he's going to be hard to guard the way he flies around and rebounds. And he can really defend the basketball. So I would expect a lot out of the O. He's going to have to be really good this year.
How much do you miss playing or coaching in this environment?
It's fun. I mean, this is what you coach for. I mean, not too many guys get this opportunity or players. So it's always fun walking out here and coaching these guys in front of this crowd. And, I mean, it's a big deal. And that's what we play for, practice for. And, this is a one-of-a-kind crowd. Go get him all. Everybody spreads the floor well. You got guys that you can kick to and shoot on, you can drive and penetrate. It just opens the floor.
How many have the first one go down like
It's kind of inclusive, you know, because I haven't been making a practice, so I mean, it's kind of inclusive for sure.
You guys having a gang rebound a lot? It seems like a lot of guys will crash tonight. You're in the offense.
Definitely, that was our game. I mean, we knew they were smaller than us, and we're bigger than them, so I was going to crash and get it.
It's an exhibition game, but it doesn't necessarily feel like it in there, does it? Crowd there.
Not at all. We love our crowd. Like Coach Marley said, this is what we play for. We come out every day and we want to compete for them.
I feel like you guys are progressing toward the opener from what you did to this next game.
For sure. I mean, we had a little bit more turnovers tonight than we had expected to have, but other than that, though, we played very well tonight.
Does that seem like it was just mostly passing and stuff? Like,
It's kind of like little beginning of the season turnovers, things that's not forced that you can just have. But we'll be all right. We'll come into it. Thank you.
Not really. I've never experienced anything like that before. for an exhibition, let alone a real game too. I mean, pretty surreal just to see how the students kind of showed up and the energy that they brought. Kind of had to channel it a lot early on and get into a rhythm, but no, it was pretty amazing.
Does it get you too ramped up in a way, or do you have to stop?
To a certain extent, I mean, you just gotta kind of once the buzzer once you tip off, you kind of get into a little bit of a flow. But no, it's pretty special, kind of the support that the students have for us, and obviously it's amazing.
It looked like at that first time out that you were kind of taking it all in right there. That was like your first moment to soak it all in.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I mean, at the end of the day, just got to soak it up, enjoy it all. It doesn't last forever. So obviously it's my last year, so haven't experienced anything like that before with the energy of the crowd. And so no, it was definitely fun to just kind of take a second and look around and just soak it up, like you said.
Were you coming out with the mindset to get other people involved and not look for yours?
Not necessarily. I mean, just kind of not forcing, taking what the defense gives me, kind of, approaching how I kind of do every game. Helps when guys make shots. Obviously, makes my job a lot easier. They make me look good, so give them a lot of credit. I mean, guys hitting shots, and so no, we got into a rhythm, got out in transition, got stops defensively early on, which kind of fueled us, and so shared the ball really well, which was awesome.
Do you feel good with the chemistry? Everybody kind of,
Yeah, absolutely. No, I think got a great group of guys. A lot of experience and a lot of young talent as well. A lot of skilled guys that really just want to win at the end of the day. And when you have that, guys that just want to win, it can be anybody's night, any given night. So it's just a matter of everybody just being ready to go, and because we've got a lot of depth, which is a big luxury to have, in a long season. So it's going to be fun. Yeah, I mean, I think going 2 for 25 from 3, I don't think we could shoot that bad if we tried again. We got good looks. That was the thing against them. And, I mean, they're a good team. Obviously, they have a lot of athleticism. But, we know that we're better shooters than that. We see that in practice. And so it's just a matter of, just shooting it with confidence and, not letting that affect us.
Was there any concern at all not getting any game time with Josh?
I mean, Josh he's been practicing for, 3 weeks or so. And obviously Josh is a seasoned veteran. He's been around for 3 years and had 3 really good years as a player. So, it's not a concern. We know obviously what Josh brings to the table. And, when we get him back, we obviously want him back, as soon as possible, but we want him to get healthy too, And so once we get him back, we'll be at full strength and, be ready to go. Thanks, guys.
Well, we had the cast of players
that
come
was
out there.
great. I like hearing from the players.
Yeah, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 9 assists for Casey Benson. As he mentioned, Josh Braun didn't play, but they know when he comes back, he is a seasoned veteran. He'll be ready to go.
Yeah, I wonder who Marley's going to move to the bench because the 2 freshmen looked really good tonight. Yeah. Vernon maybe have to worry about where his playing time is going to come from. But you're right, Casey Benson, he did a wonderful job getting this team out of the starting block. Those lob passes ahead, finding guys on the perimeter. He had as many assists as the whole St. Francis team.
Kate Longworth is in the room, and Paul Coro, the Lopes insider, also in the room. Will be with us all season long with our post-game festivities. Guys, a great victory. Big win over St. Francis.
Yeah, Barry, you're absolutely right. It was quite the victory for the Lopes, and they really just go out there, and I think we heard it from coach down to the players, that even though this was an exhibition game, to them this was real action, and they really took this seriously. How did you think they came out and performed tonight overall?
Yeah, very focused. I think the crowd helps you do that. They had them hyped up, and I think you especially saw that with what we were talking to Casey about. He hadn't experienced anything like this, and they came out on that 14-0 run, and the first time out of the game, he's just kind of looking up to the ceiling, and he's waving his arms to the crowd, and that, I think everything felt like this one counted at that moment. But what was really important was the way he was getting people involved, which is a great sign because Casey's going to set the table for everybody. And then knocking down threes. Everybody was really concerned. I wouldn't say concerned. Everybody was shocked that they didn't make threes at Nevada because they were, even that day they had shot it out crazy at shoot around and then just didn't make any games. And then now all of a sudden they're knocking them down to start off the game. And just high effort from everyone. Really active defensively, creating some turnovers too.
Yeah, and I think it's worth mentioning Casey was our post-game interview on the court, and one of the unique things here at GCU is how the players go around the court and really interact with the Havocs after the game. And after our interview, the team had gone in, but he wanted to take that lap because he had heard about it. For you now that you're full-time as a GCU Lopes insider, what was it like for you taking in this game and this atmosphere?
Yeah, well, first off, it's great to be able to hear you now, because in pregame, I had no idea what you were saying 80% of the time. Yeah, it's an amazing atmosphere. I mean, I'd seen it before, but to see them lined up 2 days ago to get into an exhibition game is remarkable. And how hyped everybody was. You know, this is an exhibition, but there wasn't empty seats. It wasn't like people bought a ticket and didn't show up. Every seat was filled. People were excited for today, like it was the WAC tournament opener. Yeah, and I think you saw that emanate in the players a lot. And there was a lot of effort across the board. Everybody got in the game, except for Josh, of course, not playing, which isn't really a big concern at all. You know, like Casey was talking about, they've had so much practice time together, going back to getting the early start before Spain. And these guys play together in the summer with Casey anyway when he used to come home because of TJ. Right. So I don't think there's a concern about that chemistry much at all.
Really, if you could draw it up, this is how you wanted the exhibition game to go, and now it is in the books. And the Lopes, if we haven't mentioned this before, folks, they are tournament eligible. That transition period is over, and I think that you saw the excitement here in the arena. The players are feeling it. Dan Marley's still bringing that intensity. A good night overall for everyone.
Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Paul Coro, for joining us during our postgame. The GCU men's soccer team looking to qualify for the WAC tournament in their first season of eligibility. They close out the regular season against the UNLV Rebels, who are in third place in the WAC. After an exciting OT win against Utah Valley last Sunday, the Lopes will be finishing off a 3-game homestand with hopes of landing in the top 6 to qualify for tournament play. Watch all the action this Saturday, starting with the Lopes pregame show with Kate at 6:30 on YourView Cox Channel 4 or online at GCU.TV. That'll do it from here at GCU Arena, where tonight the Lopes beat the Fighting Saints 89-49. Please join us, as I mentioned, Saturday night. Kobe Jones will be alongside 6:30 for all the coverage. GCU men's soccer against UNLV. For Kate Longworth, Scott Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Barry Butel. Wishing you a wonderful evening.